All right. Man, I love this dungeon. I started out hating this dungeon. It was like my least favorite of the whole season back in Shadowlands. And then I don't know, I grew to love it. Like I did a bunch of reps on it and I started to like it. It is kind of there are some like brutal mechanics right now in this version of it, and I'm still trying to learn all the new things, like the new twists and changes. Let me pop out YouTube chat so I can say hey to you guys. But I'm still trying to learn all like the new quirks of this dungeon and stuff. Um, that's interesting. Um, but I'm excited to learn it. Uh-oh. Got my chat pulled up twice. All right, we're ready. The stream all started. Oh, let me post in Discord. Did I post? I have not yet. Ah, okay. There we go. Um, let's go. So it looks like we're gonna skip, which is something you would do like way back in the day. Something I haven't done yet is the skip. Usually we just pull this guy and kind of just like turbo die. Today I'm going to be trying out a bunch of different talent builds. I really want to get some reps with Celestial Conduit and see like just how good the damage is. You're mounted and dismount jump, you will disconnect. Ah, interesting. Yeah, we've been having a lot of DCs on this first pool. This guy means business though, so we might pull him into the boss. Yeah, we're gonna pull him into the boss. We need to Chi-Ji here. Get this kick out. Man, we are just jumping right in. Oh, I thought I Chi-Ji'd. Let's revival then. And now we can Chi-Ji. Then all that healing into the Warlock. I'm trying out like a slightly different build this run. Whoa. A slightly different build this run. I'm playing Pool of Mists because I want to get some testing in with it and how it works with our tier set. So I'm excited to see how that works. We need to do some healing. I kind of want these guys out of the puddle. Oh no, the tank got busted. Okay. Who's our makeshift tank? It's me. Yikes. Hey, we cranked on healing. We absolutely cranked. Memoir of Blazo. Blazo? Said, yo, LV, quick Mistweaver question for live. I'm struggling figuring out when to apply Renewing Mist. Any suggestion? On live, you kind of, if you're doing Mythic Plus, you kind of do it like between pools as you run between mobs. Because there's like a lot of downtime between packs. You have like two things that you can do during that time. One of them is apply Renewing Mist. The other is like drinking Mana Tea. Because they'll persist through the whole pool. And then also, if you have enough time, I know there's already like a lot of steps to kind of like prep a Chi-Ji, but if you have enough time, just applying your 2 Renewing Mist before your Chi-Ji will just add Chi Harmony buffs for the Chi-Ji duration, and it adds a lot of healing for your Chi-Ji windows. Like, anytime that you have a global to spare to set up for future healing, it's a good time to press Renewing Mist. Now, if there's people taking damage, there's like higher priority globals that you could do, like your Vivifies, your kicks even. Like there's a lot of things that you could do, but that's currently on live. On PTR though, I know you didn't ask this, but on PTR it does have a higher priority because it's how you do your tier set. We probably shouldn't get on our mount. If that's what's DCing everyone, we should probably stay off of it. Let's just go in Tiger's Lust. So our tank got bonked there. So we reset and we're just repooling. I kind of like it. I guess we should really prioritize our tank's health bar a bit more. Are we just pulling this? Let's go ahead and conduit, I guess. Dude, that ticks for 1.8 million. That is insane. We need kicks. Just gotta focus this guy down. Done Chi-Ji. I wish my I need to move my my not DBM, my bigwigs bars. They're kind of perfectly in the way here. I thought I could get that kick in time, but I could not. Help the tank through that. Okay, we're good. A touch of death, no. We definitely should Shaylungs here. We're falling behind a bit. Mighty Smash, live it, tank. Oh my goodness. The trooper. Yeesh. Damage is scaling up really quick. Now I need to dodge. I kind of front-loaded all my cooldowns there for the mini-boss, and I'm kind of getting punished for it a bit. Man, it's so hard playing without your weak cores that you're so used to, though. Like I don't have a lot of stuff working for me right now. That was a little more brutal than it should have been, but like I said, we had to front load so much of our healing there. Ah, he released. He released. Yeah, that boss fight has seen a lot of changes. Ooh, that's cool. It yoinks him from over there. But they changed that boss to where normally how it worked before was like you would kill them one by one and you had like a set kill order. That's why you could see our tank was marking one of them with the with Skull to kind of just say like, hey, kill this guy first. However, I'm pretty sure, like this evoker's saying, you have to kill them like all at the same time now, or they do that thing where they just got like get enhanced. There's a lot of kicks here, a lot of casts. I'm glad that we're splitting these pools up, at least staggering them a bit to stagger the casts a tad. If we have our lightning, the next time we need to dodge, I can move out and lightning. I also have conduit here. We're kind of chilling right here. Only way we die is if I don't use stuff, so. Kick that. Wasted my kick. I love how he pulled that, though. I like splitting it up a bit. Man, I'm playing Pool of Mists, but I'm so not used to playing with it in Mythic Plus that I'm forgetting to, like, use it. You know what I mean? But we're just testing it out. I don't know. I think, you know, the theory's behind it with your tier set, but in reality, it feels like you're already just global dense. You're trying to do a lot of things as Mistweaver already that it kind of feels like you don't have enough time to use Pool of Mist, I guess, but it is high value with our insurance healing. I guess insurance isn't doing too much here. Devilish JKR said, your beard looks really good. Did you dye it recently? Also, how's Mistweaver on PTR? Mistweaver feels fine. It's landed on its feet since the J-Bond changes. I think I've been really impressed with its raid healing that you can do because I think a lot of power in our raid build is packed into our tier set. And it's kind of, I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun with the raid build. And then in Mythic Plus, I think it's still pretty good. I mean, it's gotten some pretty nice tuning, some buffs and stuff. Like you can press spinning crane kick in certain moments if you want to. Conduit also now does pretty solid damage, which I want to press it here, but I'm afraid of this next pool, so I'm gonna try to hold on to my cooldowns if I can. Let's get these insurances applied. As for the beard question, okay, we got butts and guts here, so we need to watch out for his butt and his front side. Why is my Chi-Ji not popping? I pressed it like 3 globals ago. Okay, but as for my beard, I did not dye it. I'm one of those people that has, I guess it's like Irish genes, where like the longer your beard gets, like the redder it gets. So it's like right now it's like nice and a glowing red. I don't really let it grow out too much, so you're probably not used to seeing me with a beard at all, but no, did I dye it? No, it's just, I know it doesn't match my head color. I don't know, but I'm one of those like red bearded people. I can't explain it. I think it has to do with like ancestry in Ireland. Ancestry in Irish? Come on now, Chris. What are we doing here? Butts and guts. That's what I call it when they shoot something out of their butt and out of their stomach, like butts and guts. I mean, it's the perfect descriptor. We don't really need the Renewing Mist here. We can just sit here and do damage because these guys are non-threatening, but now we can apply these Renewing Mists. I guess why am I not running Chi Harmony? I definitely need to swap that. But I'm really liking Mistweaver. It's not that it's like getting much better. I don't think it's gonna like move up on like everyone's tier list and stuff. I don't. It might stay around the same, but the thing is like it was already high on most tier lists. The thing is that it's getting a lot of like buffs that are enhancing not just the play but the quality of life. You know what I mean? Like you can press Crackling Jade Lightning on a boss now and not feel bad, like that kind of thing. Those kinds of changes. Also, you can play Conduit without sacrificing a ton of damage. A lot of good stuff. We're gonna Conduit here in just a second. I mean, we have double Crackling Jade Lightning, but Conduit, you see there, it's doing. I mean, it does pretty healthy ticks. It's still not like insane damage. Like, whoa, this healer does so much damage. It's not like that. But it's I'm not upset about it. I've been having a lot of fun on the PTR playing the Mistweaver. My plan was to play a lot of the alts a lot more, but I'll be honest, I'm having so much fun on the Mistweaver that I've kind of just stayed on it, like a lot. Just getting a bunch of reps on it, because I really want to push next season a ton on the Mistweaver. I do have this one thing wrong here, which you guys taught me how to fix it on live, but it's currently happening on PTR where so like right now I'm targeting the boss, but then if I cast an Enveloping Mist, it turns my target into whoever I cast that on, which is pretty annoying because every time I cast I have to re-tab targets. It's kind of annoying. Hey, what's up, Victor? Good to see you. Mimwar said, so we Renewing Mist pre-pool and our Blackout Kick, not the Blackout Kick. The Blackout Kick doesn't extend it. It's our Rising Sun kicks that extend them. And you can extend, how the extension works from Rising Mist is you can add time that equals the amount of the hot's time when you first apply it. So when I first apply a Renewing Mist, it's 20 seconds. So if I Rising Sun kick a couple times, I can extend it by up to 20 seconds that way. Whereas like whenever I Rising Sun kick, you'll see Rapid Diffusion applies. Ooh, got clobbered. Rapid Diffusion applies a short duration. Oh, we need to Conduit here. Ooh. It applies a short duration Renewing Mist, and you can up to double that duration. So it's a 6-second duration. You can add 6 seconds to those Renewing Mists too. Look at these. I was lacking here. I was yapping away. Let's Revival. Man, I feel like there's so much more damage here than when I did this dungeon last. I don't know what is going on, but I feel like there shouldn't be this many blades in melee. But there shouldn't have been this many deaths. It's okay. That was 100% on my bad. I didn't respect this that much. Butts and guts. Your beard looks good like that. What about Resto Druid? Have you tried it? Yes. I've tried it, yes, before and a little bit after the most recent buffs. I played it before they just buffed it. Oh, Evoker. The frontal. Don't let it get you. But I played it a lot last week, and I really do like it. I think the intention was there with the mastery changes, but the numbers just weren't. And now this most recent update, like yesterday, they buffed the numbers of the mastery changes. So I think it's looking up. It's looking good for druids. I want to get more testing on druid though, for sure, because I want them to have another good season. I love when druid's good, especially because I played it back in Shadowlands, so I would love to do Theater of Pain again on my druid and not, you know, feel bad. Let's spin here. I'm too lazy to count the amount of targets, but I'm pretty sure this is a fine spinning Trinket moment. I do need to dip my toes back in though. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. These guys hurt though. forget just how much these shooters do, man. Normally, what you would do like in Shadowlands is you would like para something here. Like I remember I would always be asked like, can you paralyze this mob? I think it was one of the shooters just to slow down that damage, or maybe it was like the mini boss that was here, and then you would like not mini boss here, but like mini boss on the bridge, and then you would just chain CC the small guys that shoot a lot. Then here I know people would LOS. Oh boy. Oh man, a lot of deaths to stuff that is definitely avoidable. But Chi-Ji, we have to reapply our Jade Fire Stomp here though. When we move out again, I have a Crackling Jade Lightning lined up and ready to go. Boom, let's rip it. But I'm having a ton of fun. The Warlock's saying, no way that hit me. I don't know, he kind of looked in it to me, but... That hurts, man. Good thing. Okay, I see what he's mean. I think I jumped. I don't know why I jumped. I think I double hit my spacebar when I was trying to press revival, because that's one of the buttons that I have to press a revival. I think I jumped over the line and it still counted me in. I was just saying. Jade Lightning is good in single target for PTR now, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not like the best. Not the best. It's obviously not ideal. You don't have its max value, but it is, I mean, it's still a good global. It does 3,000% damage on single target, which is pretty nice. And that does heal for 190%. Oh, I've been forgetting to soothe this whole time. Yikes.
I'm out of range.
We are so fine though. The timer on this dungeon, I feel like they're gonna increase it or something, because I think they've reduced the amount of ads in this place. Oh, lovely. Oh no. Oh no. Someone ran in, got aggro, and then died. Let's go ahead and Chi-Ji here. Get out, everyone, run! So this guy does like a 3-hit combo. There's the 3rd hit. He does it in like a random order. He does a frontal that takes up half the room. He does a frontal that does like a circle in front of him, and then it shoots a line out of that circle. And then he does an AoE whirlwind. And so you just have to be ready for all 3 of them. So like, Monk's really good here because you have so much mobility. Maybe we conduit here. But what happened there was our Warlock friend was not ready for the frontal. He just saw the circle. Like, watch this little circle. It's a little circle that forms. So it kind of tricks you to think that it's just the circle that's going to damage, but it's also a frontal line as well. I don't think the Warlock knew that. Man, we need to move our big wigs bars. Go ahead and Chi-Ji here after this combo. We can dodge this. Yeah, you see he moved out of it that time. And then the frontal cleave. Move, Warlock! Oh man, that was so close. So close. We're gonna conduit this banner, see how much damage we can do. Let's rip it. 900k per tick to it. That's pretty good there. Not gonna lie, I like that a lot. You touch it at that. The oppressive banner, all it does is slow you. So like in high keys, it can get a bit spooky if the banner doesn't die in time for this little combo, because then, you know, this whole point is that it's gonna make you move a lot to dodge everything. And if you're slowed, that's harder, and that doesn't lock you. I keep forgetting that. We have people dying to a bunch of stuff. Oh no, I just Jade first stomped. Your beard looks good like that. I appreciate that. My wife has been, she really wants me to shave, so this beard won't last long, unfortunately. But I appreciate that. I like having, like, growing out my beard. I think it's just, like, comforting. I don't know how to explain it, but it's nice. We need to kill this because it's about to go off We don't have to touch that, though, so... Rest in peace. Go and Cocoon the tank. Let's just keep him alive here. Then we can swap to the banner. We're gonna be slowed for this, but sometimes, like, if it's the final banner, sometimes, like, you can skip it. Here, we're trying to get it killed. The frontal's gonna be aimed at us. We have roll. Bait this frontal. Nice. Alright, these two guys are out there trying to PvP each other. This boss is so much fun. What do you think will be the meta healers in Season 2? Oh man, it's so early to call this. Like, one thing that always happens is you'll see people like talk about like, oh, this healer's gonna be so meta in the season, and then like that healer just gets nerfed, or it just makes it into live in the same exact way. It's just like it doesn't scale well or something. Like, weird stuff always happens between like when things are on beta or PTR and then when they go live. And it's also like the healers that were at the top and bottom of the, you know, meta from Season 1 have gotten shaken up so much that it's kind of hard to determine. But I mean, if I just had to guess based on what I've seen, I think Resto Shaman's looking pretty good. I also think like now is like a prime time for, okay, this guy's just not gonna die, so let's not even punch him. Preservation Evoker weirdly is like getting one of its best opportunities to shine right now, with like Og being scaled down a bit, unless they've changed Og again, because they love to tune that class. Looks like we're doing a mad run here, so I would love to see like Prez pop off, and they're seeing some pretty nice changes, you know, spec wide, and then also with their tier set. I don't know why we're fighting this out here. Go, go, go. Yeah, normally you LOS back here. This next pull's pretty scary, so we kind of want as many cooldowns as we can have ready. Gonna apply these insurances for this first one. I think I'm just gonna conduit this first one. See if that's enough. Let's do it. Oh yeah, conduit is plenty here. Yeah, the soul storms are kind of scary. Kind of scary. But yeah, it's very early to tell. I think like I could literally say one spec and then it goes live and it's just like nowhere to be seen, you know what I mean? They do that a lot. Here we want to interrupt the bone spikes or whatever it's called. These grave spikes, people are interrupting them, but they're just like pops of damage. It's not like the scariest thing in the world. So literally, if I had to just make a blind guess right now, I think like the ocean has parted for Prez to make its way. Now it just has to like perform well. And then also like Shaman, I don't think they're losing anything coming in, really. Gonna pop Chi-Ji. Let's just Tiger Palm again before that damage. Pick that. We're sitting on these Jade Empowerment stacks, but we're fine without them. I do need to rip them because it is like solid damage plus healing. We're going right here, okay. You probably already talked about Blackout Kick changes a lot, but how does the more single target focus feel, especially with Chi-Ji? It feels great. Like, our boss fight healing, like when I'm in a Mythic Plus dungeon, I feel so much safer on boss fights than I did previous. Do we have to just walk past this guy? Is that real? Wow, I've never seen that. But it does feel, it feels a lot better. Also, like, 2 target here. Okay, Bone Spears need to be kicked. 2 targets, moments like this feel so much better. Like, it just feels like you have more tools. Like, you have a modern kit. Whereas before, it just felt like you had, like, a giant hole in your class design or your spec design. So I'm a big fan. Big fan. I mean, it's literally like a 100% positive change without any negative, as far as I'm aware. So huge fan of it. Let's lightning the mess out of these guys. Gotta watch those frontals though. Bone Spear. Okay. Yeah. This place is pure PTSD. Oh, also, Arna Banana. I don't know. I don't know how to say that, but with the Prime sub, it didn't even notify me. Dang. Hey, those Bezos bucks though, I really appreciate them. Thank you for the support. Oh man. Invalid spell ID from the boss. Now they've changed up this boss quite a bit. This is the boss that I still need the most practice on. So I know you drop ads. Ooh, we're stacking here. I haven't seen this strat yet. Oh, okay. Hopefully the big wigs things kind of leave me alone. But I know you drop ads. So you need to stack those up so you can just absolutely burn them before they get to the boss. Oh, people are getting meleeed. What? But I would love to see... Whoa. Okay, that time it notified me. Chiller027 with the Prime sub. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Good to see you all here. Whoa, we almost lost a friend there. Okay, now we stack. Oh, way back here. Okay. Can we rob these guys? I haven't seen that yet. We have necrotic bolts coming out. Spin. Whoa. Oh, no. Okay, me and the Evoker got clobbered by orbs there. That was pretty bad by me. The orbs are really weird because I think they're just like, it's a classic case of like, hey, this is the first implementation of them, so they're going to be a bit buggy. Wake me up inside. But I was doing this boss the other night, I think it was last night, and I was like, I was just trying to die, like intentionally die to mechanics so that I can get like a lot of testing in, you know, like just get familiarized with the mechanics and stuff. And I was trying to die to these orbs and they just were not damaging me, so I don't know if that was like a bug or if I just got lucky. Did we reset the boss? I love this place. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my god. We're trying to stack our mobs, our ads up here. We should stack them here. Basically, you want to put them far enough away to where they can't walk to the boss in time. So that's why they're like, hey, stack back here. But we can stack here though. We have like Rob, we have leg sweep, we have so many things. But yeah, Chiller. By the way, appreciate the Bezos bucks. You guys, ripping money from Jeff Bezos feels just as sweet as when you give him someone who appreciates him. So I appreciate you guys. Sinclair TV said, thanks for all the guides. Been finally getting back to Mistweaver, and your videos have been a huge help. Also, did a little alt key with your 1 minute disc guide and had a blast. Oh, that's so good to hear. I am testing so much to just make sure that my guides are super good for next season. Already kind of, like, literally the whole time that I was eating, like, last night, I was just sitting there thinking like, okay, and then after I mention this, I need to make sure and put down this talking point. So I'm already like preparing myself for how to script the guide videos for next season. But I am so excited. I think we have, the thing is, it's like, obviously the core of Mistweaver is still the same, so it's not going to be like too much different, but there are some pretty big differences coming to like just a couple rotational things coming for next season. So I'm super excited for how things are changing. Let's drop our ads here. Our tank can't go too far though. We also do want to pick the boss though, so gotta be careful there. No, don't get hit. Don't get hit. Oh yeah, those things die really quickly. As long as you like put like 1 or 2 CC things there, like they're not too bad. We need to kill the... We'll touch of death to Affix. Let's also go ahead and conduit here, because people are kind of dropping a bit. I have Shayloons. I'm literally saving Shayloons for like World of Warcraft 2, I guess. Don't know what that's about. Okay. This boss is like, I mean, it's a little hectic. You do have to focus. You can't take your eyes off the screen or you'll get clobbered by an orb. But I do really like it. Also, monks are the best spec in the game. Watch this. We literally fly. I love it. Conduit's better in PTR. I don't know. We're testing it. We're testing it so far. So far, I'm really liking it. Like before, the biggest draw to oh, we still have a boss to go, don't we? No, we don't. Okay. But like on current live, it's kind of like a big trade-off. It's like, do you want to do as much damage as possible and sacrifice some healing, then go Master of Harmony? Or is it a dungeon where you're gonna need that defensive utility from pair that guy? Are you gonna need the defensive utility from Conduit, then take Conduit? But here on PTR, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised at how much damage Conduit can do. Like, we have so much lightning. I've been sitting on our Jade Empowerment stacks forever. But I'm still just like warming up. This is my first key of the day. We're making good time. We're still 99%. Oh no. Okay, this boss has a lot to dodge, and this was the strat back in the day. You pull to this corner just to give you more space. There's the frontal. Watch out, Warlock. No. Okay, we're chilling. Going Crackling Jade Lightning. We have it. Might as well use it. I really want to see. So far, I'm afraid of Reaping Scythe. I always give the tank plenty of space there. I want to see if it's a frontal, or if let's go and stun those guys. So I'm gonna stand on the tank and pop a defensive just in case Reaping Scythe is a frontal. I just want to see, like, I want to see that mechanic. It's the only reason why I would think it's a frontal. Okay, it's not. It's just because the name, right? And the visual, it looks like a frontal. It gives like all indications of a frontal. It's just not. Let's go and apply these insurances for this. The suck-in's a little spooky, but since we're pulling to the corner, we don't really have to deal with a lot of mechanics of the room. Yeah, I guess there, if it were a frontal, we would have found out that time. Whoa! Man, this boss is way too chill in the corner. I guess you have less space to dodge the frontal, but as long as you're keeping your eyes on those little bull guys, not that rough. Okay, we're kind of getting stacked on here. Let's Shayloons. Whoa! Ah! Okay, a little panic. I accidentally right-clicked the health bar instead of healing them, and then I just panicked a bit. We're fine though. Watch the bull. The bull charges. Now we have Conduit back. We are big chilling. I mean, 1 million a tick is pretty solid for a damage button. That's not half bad. We still have 1 more %. Let's go downstairs. Take me. Oh, I think we need to talk to this guy, don't we? The new champions of Arena. You have tips about Mistweaver rotation with target numbers. I know I should be building blackout kicks and using it to reset Rising Sun Kick, but I never know when I should be doing things like Chi Burst or spinning Crane Kick and all that kind of stuff. On live currently, I don't think there are many dungeons where you do spinning Crane Kick, unless like there's no damage coming out and the targets, there's like 5+ targets, or I think it's like 6+ targets on live for specifically damage. So like you'll see, like if you watch top key pushers, if they're doing like the boss on Arakara, the big spider boss, when it spawns the ads, there is no damage coming out. So like sometimes they'll just spin to like cleave them evenly and stuff. But for the majority of players currently, if you're playing Master of Harmony, you don't really spin at all. You press spinning crane kick, and Dragonflight. Yeah. Where are we going? We're just seeing if there's any... Oh, no, we should be going back that way. I forgot, when you take this portal, I'm just kind of autopilot following these guys. Autopilot following. Who did we kill? Sweet, we did it. Oh, and I should be doing things like Chi Burst. Chi Burst does a lot of damage. Chi Burst does a good bit of damage. It's kind of like weird in your priority, because it has more uses than just its damage. Hey, we got some Cosmic Flux. Because, like, it is, like, a good way to reset your Jadefire Stomp. So it's kind of like a luxury thing. You only use it for its numbers as a luxury when you know you don't need it for its other use, you know? Um, but it's good, like, on the start of a pool after you use like after you just Rising Sun kicked or something, like after you use like your big button or cash in all your blackout kick stacks and didn't get a reset, then it's like a fine global to press. But like if you have everything else up, like I've found that it's just better to keep that cycle going. Unless like I said, it's a luxury moment. You just get to do damage, if that makes sense. Um, but like Chi Burst is kind of there. Just it doesn't like its healing value is not the reason you press it. Is what I'm trying to kind of get across. Um, so 1 million Chi-Ji is the 1 minute Chi-Ji is the way to go in dungeons even after changes. I'm still torn because the uptime is very similar, but J-Bond does give you more. It gives you a, it gives you more stacked instances of Chi cocoons because your Chi cocoons are doubled with Jade Bond. Um, and it does give you those delayed enveloping mists. So it does technically give you more if you look at like a graph of an overall in a dungeon, but it's kind of going to be a trade-off. What I see happening, Wrong Desire, what I really see happening is like people who are pushing these like high-end keys. If those keys are one-shotting you through your 1 minute cooldown chi cocoons, and like you just can't rely on 1 minute cooldown chi cocoons to help you survive specific boss mechanics in a dungeon, then I guess they're gonna have to go to Jade Bond. But I mean, I just if we weren't taking Jade Bond before, when you could get its cooldown even lower in dungeons, it's hard to see us not wanting 1 minute baseline Chi. But it's kind of I'm this is something I'm still debating. I don't have a final answer on this yet. Wrong Desire. I just personally Gift of the Celestials has performed better to me than Jade Bomb, but I could see a world where the bigger Chikakuns at a time are more desirable, if that makes sense. Evasive Lee, you're like the fifth person to comment on my beard today. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let me try to get a key going. We're trying to just rep this place because I like this dungeon and I just want to get good at it. I want to learn every mechanic to it. Um, why is the beard looking fresh today? I think it's because I'm wearing green, and I think like the orange in my beard comes out when I wear green, which sounds kind of stupid to say, but I think that's what it is. Let's change it to a 10. Let's try to queue up a 10. Um, yeah, I mean there are so many things Wrong Desire that I'm still like trying to get more reps in. I just don't think we have time to press that. What was the talent where I was like, oh, it's Chi Harmony. The thing is, like, right now, for that build, I wanted to test out Pool of Mist, but that made me have to take this route. Oh, no, it doesn't. Actually, it doesn't. This connects now. Okay. So stupid. I mean, it's connected for a long time, but, like, I don't know why I thought I had to go Peaceful Mending there. I didn't even get any. I literally did not press Soothing Mist, but, like, twice that whole dungeon. Hmm. But I really like Chi Harmony. So it's funny because in the raid build, Lotus Infusion is better in like big groups. But I was doing some rating testing on the PTR the other day, and we were doing like a very small group. So I found that when I was running Lotus Infusion, I was just like I had a Renewing Mist on everyone. And I was like, dude, I'm getting nothing from this talent. So I swapped to Chi Harmony and my healing went up by a good margin. Obviously, because it's just like we're actually getting use out of it, and I was still able to blanket the raid. Um, and then there's one fight that requires the raid to split into two groups, into like halves. And that fight too, I do think Chi Harmony is a good discussion, but Lotus Infusion, I like that they buffed it, even though it was like a tad. It was like the littlest buff ever, but I love Lotus Infusion. I think it's such a sick talent. Having so much fun with the current raid build. Um, So much fun with it. I've been seeing a lot of Mistweavers testing Chi in Raid, and I do think that the new Jade Bond changes aren't as friendly to Chi in Raid, but I would love to see Chi make a showing on some of the leaderboards. And I'm very tempted to next season, like I want to have two monks, and I want to do one monk with Yulon in Raid, like in Mythic Raid, and then one monk on in with Chi in Mythic Raiding. I think that'd be very fun. Hey, Elvin Ninja, I'm the Plater guy. The Plater guy. Am I using your Plater profile? Possibly am. Oh, are you saying that you're someone that asked me a question about Plater? I'm the Plater guy. How does the new Plater feel? Oh, are you oh man, are you who I talked to the other day in Discord? Real Low Tricks. What's your stream time? How does Monk feel in the new season? My stream time is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Central. Sometimes I'll start at 12 or like between 12 and 1, but I just say 1 to kind of be a baseline. Um, okay. Good to see you. I'm liking the new plater. I think I don't have it on the PTR. I'm using my old plater on the PTR, but I do like it. I'm using it on uh using it on live, and I do like it a lot. We need to delist. Apparently, I queued up the wrong dungeon. Start group, Theater of Pain. There we go. Brother Bear, the beard looking nice. I appreciate you guys. I wish my wife thought so too. She's like, I don't think she doesn't think it's bad looking. I don't think she just like really wants to have it just shaved off. Like it's just like it gets like that. Ah, get it off, you know. I think that's what it is. But good call. I need to start wearing green. Red beards unite. That's right. I do think it is the green. The green makes it pop. I didn't change my lighting. I didn't do anything. This is the same beard that I've had. But yeah, I think it's just a bit longer, so it's getting more red, and then the green is probably helping it pop a bit. Oh, but I really did like Conduit. I didn't press it as often as I could have, and still its damage is pretty up there. It's not doing, like, Aspect of Harmony is your top damage source when you're running Master of Harmony. So it's not doing those numbers yet, but I think I want to do this dungeon and just press it on cooldown. Like, the moment it comes off cooldown, find an excuse to press it and see just how much damage we can do if we stay on top of that cooldown. Also really liking that they removed the ICD here on August Dynasty. Pretty nice. How are monks feeling in the new season? I think they're feeling good. It's going to be a nice Mistweaver tier. I don't think people were hyping us up, rightfully so, on the first iteration, their first build of the PTR, because we were broken. Now we can say it, now that we've been nerfed. But now I think we've landed in just a very well-balanced spot, if I'm being honest. Like, I wouldn't argue we're at S tier. I wouldn't even try to make that argument. I don't know which spec would be right now. I still have to test all the new changes and stuff across the board. But we are very firm, like, I would think A tier. We'll still have to see how it all plays out, and obviously it's influenced on how the other healers are or how they land. But it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. How are you finding 3,000 increased damage to Crackling Jade Lightning and the healing from it? It's not bad. I mean, if you have the same amount of targets to cleave on, it's obviously still good. Oh god, our game is just turbo nuking. I shouldn't have come over here to these dummies. There are people testing stuff. Oh god. Okay, we absolutely got clapped there. I really do like it, Richard, just because it doesn't feel it doesn't feel like a wasted talent on boss fights, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm playing a Mythic Plus dungeon, obviously I'm playing Jade Bond. I'm sorry, not Jade Bond. Jade Empowerment. And when you're on a boss fight, like, when you're trying to push keys, push high keys, like, you're min-maxing your talents. Like, you want to take the best things possible, and you want them to be good at as many moments in the dungeon as possible, and as many pain points as possible. So having it like a viable button to press on single target is nice. I mean, I don't think it's. Oh, we were promoted to the leader of our own group. Sure, I'll list my group. But it, I mean, it is just nice. I like it. Now, I did test it out a bit in raid, and I don't think the healing is. I don't think it's going to be played in raid. I don't know. Um, Maybe if there's like cleaving moments, but if I feel like if there's cleaving moments, you'd rather just stick to your Chi rotation. You know. Um, I just want to get invited to dungeons. Hey, I just want people to queue up to mine. So I think we would make a perfect team, Lee. Master of Harmony does so much damage for me. I'm doing like 1 million sometimes. Yeah, Master of Harmony does crazy damage. I don't disagree. Definitely don't disagree. Especially if you do like Thunder Focus Tea, Rising Sun Kick, like apply your full dot, empty your tank, and then like double Jade Empowerment into the guy, and then fill up your tank again. Do this whole cycle again. Like you can do some crazy damage. Um, but we're still trying out Conduit. I'm liking it. Really liking it. I might just be a Conduit casual next season. We'll have to see. Get more reps in. I'm just so used to having Master of Harmony. Like I'm so used to it that I just forget Conduit's there. And then when I'm thinking about Conduit, I'm forgetting to press Jade Empowerment. So still just a lot of things trying to get used to. Uh, hey, are there any trinkets that you vibe with on the PTR at the moment? I found that the mana battery one from Operation Mechagon is very much bugged. It's like 12k verse. Yikes. That's crazy. Hopefully they fix that. They did do a lot of tuning to the trinkets. It's kind of sad because like the one trinket that I was like in love with, like I loved just playing with it, was the trash one. And they've just nerfed it to a point where it's just a meme at this point. The garbage Mancer's Last Resort. I loved this, but they did nerf it. What will be your main for season two? Very firmly Mistweaver, Thomas. Almost to the point where I'm thinking about making a second Mistweaver, which is kind of cringe, but I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. But I love the Garbage Mancer. I also really have liked the where is it? This one, I don't know if they've fixed it yet, but this one is fun to use. It's just random how much damage it does, which is pretty fun. But it is bugged. If you get it to proc, it'll throw grenades at like enemies that you're not in combat with. I don't know if they fixed that though. Also, they added a timer to it. It was passive before, I think. The trinkets I've like really toned down on testing because I found that um okay, this one's the one I was looking for, the spare keys. Dude, this one's so fun. I don't even think I have it keybound, do I? Oh no, I need to fix my keybinds. What is it bound to? What's it bound to? Okay, we'll add it to something because I love this trinket. Oh my goodness. Okay. We need to add it to a macro so I don't forget to press it. Okay, the problem is I'm using double on use right now, so I think that's why I'm not using it. Thunder Focus T, we need to take that and turn it to 14. You just yeet a bicycle, a motorcycle, motorcycle, that's the word. And when it crashes into something, it just does a big smack of damage. It's just fun. I just love trinkets like this. Like they're damage trinkets, but it's kind of a meme and how it works, you know. Those are the ones I'm vibing with. Also, the healer trinket is one that I'm running in raid. This one, the Mister Pick Me Up. It feels pretty solid, but so did Blossom of Amirdasil back during Amirdasil. Um, that one was doing good healing on PTR, and people were like, "This trinket's busted," and then it made it live, and it was like good, just wasn't great. But you're saying the which one are you saying? The one from Operation Mechagon, the mana battery. Mana battery. Have I? Oh, I'm really liking Eye of Kazan. I think now they've buffed it so it procs like more often or something. But I was using this in raid, and I was doing good numbers with it. Um, because it's a mastery main stat, which is meh, not great, but it's it just stacks up and gives you good int. But Still, I think Soul Editing Ruby is one of my favorite trinkets. Really good with Jade Bond because it's a 2-minute trinket on use. Gives you like crazy crit. Richard said top three healers so far in your opinion on PTR. Um, see the thing is like I'm not gonna answer that in a power level standpoint because I could say like oh these are currently the three strongest and then like they just get gutted or like they just aren't that strong, you know. Um, but I will say my favorites to play with so far on the PTR, Mistweaver Monk by a lot, by a whole lot. I did like Holy Priest a lot when they had buffed Trail of Light. Now they've nerfed it back down, so I don't like it as much. I'm kind of like a little upset about that. But a third, I don't think it's Resto Druid. Probably still Resto Shaman. Probably still Resto Shaman. What gives you 2 charges of Jade Empowerment? Is that new or is that on live too? It's on live. You can stack it up to 2 times. Let me teleport really quick. I'm sitting here. Like, why am I looking at my spellbook right now? But this is why. Where's Theater? Theater of Pain. But you can get up to 2 stacks of Jade Empowerment. Every time you press Thunder Focus Tea, it'll attempt to give you a stack of Jade Empowerment. It caps at 2 stacks. So if I press Thunder Focus Tea right now while I'm sitting at 2 stacks, it'll just do nothing. Like I won't go to 3. It'll cap at 2. But you can technically, I guess when you port, you lose them. That's weird. I didn't know that. But when you Thunder Focus Tea, it'll attempt to give you 1 up to 2. Also, they last indefinitely, given that you don't reset them. Like, if I press Thunder Focus Tea right now, it'll last until the game does a mechanic to reset them. So, like, here, there's no timer, whereas, like, something like Jadefire Teachings has a timer. So, a lot of people this past season were very confused about that. They were asking me, like, why do you say to buff, like, your Rising Sun Kick with Thunder Focus Tea? Shouldn't you be buffing your Crackling Jade Lightning? And I was like, no, because Thunder Focus Tea. I'm an idiot. Okay. Thunder Focus Tea only buffs these specific spells: Expel Harm, Rising Sun Kick, Vivify, Renewing Mist, Enveloping Mist. It doesn't buff Crackling Jade Lightning through the buff of Thunder Focus Tea. Jade Empowerment's separate and it has a indefinite timer. I guess like indefinite's not the right word because obviously it can reset when like the dungeon starts and stuff. But yeah, you can get up to 2 charges. And I have it with Conduit. Whenever I play Conduit, I have it set up as bars, kind of like my Renewing Mist bars. But when I play Master of Harmony, I have this icon just replaced with the Jade Empowerment icon. I really like that setup. It just changes based on... Oh, I'm the group leader. Uh-oh. It changes based on the hero talents I'm running. Where's our hunter friend? I will step away for just 1 second. Quick and last. Okay, I'll be right back. Right back. Okay, we are rocking and rolling. Ready to go. All right. Which wings do we want this time? Let's go the Fortitude of Nitzao. Let's do this. Flash ready. Check. Going the Fortitude of Nitzao. I never press this toy, but it just gives you like And it's Zhao's face or head on your back. That's so weird. So weird. Okay, let me get YouTube chat. I don't know why I closed it. You made this one at the very least for me on PTR gives insane verse. 1,000 mana. Dang. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, we'll definitely look at that one next. The Ingenious Mana Battery. I haven't even tested that one. There's so much to test, guys. There is so much to test. I have not even taken a look at that one. Let's do a countdown here before these people leave. Okay. Ooh, give me the food. Slash CD 10. Okay, we need to play this one a bit better. The thing is, like, I front loaded my cooldowns there because I didn't press Chi-Chi early enough.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's do this. It didn't drop my Jade Empowerment second. I want to see if it drops when the fog wall drops. Again, I think that's what it's like on live too. Don't jump, don't jump. Okay, are we quad pulling? Also, the Evoker has aggro already. Lovely. Okay, here we go. I like doing this pull before boss and not pulling the raging guy into the boss. Gonna pop Chi-Chi. Ring of Peace that. Does our okay, so our Para Soothe does not work on this big guy, I'm guessing. But it does work on those small guys. That's good to know. I wanted to try it here. Let's go in Crackling Jade Lightning, see if this is enough. If we die, we die. It was enough to get the job done, but we will have to couple it with Shayloons. But, so that's good to know. Let's try parrying him. No, we didn't get it off that time, but... So para doesn't stop the big guy, obviously. I guess that's pretty obvious now that I'm saying it. But I'm pretty sure it does stop the little guy. We did that last run. Let's kick the Plague Bolt. Swap back to the big guy. Let's Conduit here. We're fine. We have Crackling Jade Lightning. My game's lagging a bit. Do y'all see that? Or is that just like on my end? I feel like y'all would see it if I'm streaming it, right? Can we revival that? You have to kill him evenly now, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's unleash the pain. Is that really a thing? Do they add an enrage when you kill them unevenly? I guess we just haven't encountered that yet, but here we're about to. They're glowing green, so I'm guessing they do kind of enrage. Okay, we got smacked by that, but the Evoker just bathed in it, so he took 2 in a row. I kind of want to kill one of these guys and kind of see what the other one does. It's not as, if it is a thing, it's not as punishing as Stoneball. Because that one nukes you. You kill one before the other one's like, okay, bet. Make you wish you killed me first. This dungeon's so fun. It has such cool mechanics. They're kind of annoying, but the more you like do them, like the RP kind of just like slows you down a bit. But they're fun. Oh, we got juked. We have Conduit. I kind of want to just have everything up for this next guy as I can. So let's stun these guys when we can. Our tank just raw dogged that tank bash. I shouldn't... I feel like every time we have someone die there. And Chi-Chi here. Guess we kill the Affix? That Affix is about to go off. I don't have Touch of Death ready. Okay, we killed it just in time. Let's greed. Oh, oh, my tiptoes must have been in there. But I'm trying to like greed things to test them, if that makes sense. Like I don't care if I die here, if I'm being honest. But I wanted to see like how forgiving is that, you know? And the answer is not really, or I guess it counted me as like still being in there, even though I kind of clearly was not. Okay, let's not make the same mistake twice. I was like mid-roll on the way out. I said I'd find excuses to press Celestial Conduit. Let's do it. Sit on the strength of the Black Ox proc for a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't look at me. Ricocheting blade. Charge. Yeah, see, like, single target, it's a fine button to press. It's not, like, as crazy as it is on AoE, though. That's what you can LOS. I knew there was something that you could LOS, but I was struggling to find it because we aren't getting targeted by that mechanic. We're kind of relying on our range player to show us. So yeah, that is what you can LOS there. Huge. But yeah, we'll definitely have to try out the battery. That sounds sick. I mean, I don't want to try it if it's bugged, but if it's that, if that's how much verse it's giving you, that's kind of insane. Okay, so we're pulling in. We will need to pop Chi-Ji here. I think if we pop it early here, we'll have it for the next guy, possibly. This is giving like very similar vibes to in Siege of Borealis, the like shooters there. Okay, let's stun. I wanted to like see how much damage we can handle by just healing through it. But no, these guys are DR'd to the next level. I mean, you can para one of these guys if you want to. Slow down the damage. That might even be like what people just intend to do when it hits live. But also I think like Death Knight tanks can mind control or whatever they have, like one of those guys, and make that pack a lot easier and stuff. Yeah, that is pretty heavy damage. I do remember that pool being scary in Shadowlands as well. You had to be like very ready for it. Like I had to have like Convoke and like all of my hot supply before we even pulled. Let's not greed. And my haste is very low here, though, on PTR. I could use for some more haste. Ow! That's something I'm doing? Is it just a mechanic I don't know yet? I feel like I haven't taken that damage there. Or maybe it's just that we're doing a higher key and the damage just hasn't been big there before. And like it's been pretty inconsequential. Or no, you know what it is normally have Chi-Ji rolling for that. I don't know, but that felt like a lot more damage than I've seen. I don't know what that was. I really don't know what that was. Trying to put our insurance on the tank that we can control before each of those. We want to pop Conduit here. We're good. I wasn't even worried. Yeah, that's why you want to kill the banner first. Whoa. The banner staying alive there slows you a lot. Slows you a lot. Yo, hey. Is it Cussy? Cussy Slayer? First off, great name. I hope that's how you pronounce it or that's what you go by, because if I'm calling you Cussy Slayer and that's not what you go by, I do apologize. Cussy sent his minions. I appreciate it. Is it Cussy or is it Cussy? If I'm just out here calling you Cussy and you don't go by Cussy, I really am sorry. But I appreciate the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We're just doing some PTR testing. We're dying a lot to mechanics and stuff to, like... I'm making an excuse here. We're dying a lot on mechanics on purpose to test them. For sure, that's the play. No, honestly, I don't think I've died yet this run. Oh, no, I did die. I wanted to see how long I could read the Whirlwind. And we found out the hard way. It's not too long. We should definitely Chi-Ji here. Actually, I want to hold Chi-Ji because I want to see how it interacts with the slow. Because I didn't main Mistweaver back when this tier, or back when this dungeon was in rotation. I kind of want the banner to stick around here. We'll put some damage in it, but... I want to pop Chi-Ji as soon as this happens. Go and pop it. Yeah, it removes the slow, so we are big chilling. Just run around. Let's taunt him with our speed. But the funny thing about this dungeon is, like, it makes you think you, or this fight, it makes you think you need to stack near the boss to dodge those two of the mechanics, and then the boss does Whirlwind. You're just like, ah, crap, here we are. Stuck next to the boss. It looks like our damage must be kind of low. I don't know what's going on here. And we're doing less single target damage with our hero talent build. But it's not like, it's not this much, right? What are mechanics? I don't know, man. I just show up, I heal people, and then they scream at me about this thing called mechanics. Couldn't tell you. Charles Custleton. It sounds about right. Oh, man. Can relate to dying to mechanics. Oh, good. We're brothers in farms. Oh. Get ready with the roll. You can double jump out of that one. Okay, they killed the banner anyways, though, so that's pretty chill. You can touch death this thing. Kill the boss, people. Boss time. Boss time. Okay, that stayed alive forever. Forever. Yeah, you wouldn't know. My nose instantly starts bleeding when thinking about Theater of Pain and Fort and... Oh, that's right. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. We haven't seen this dungeon with Fort and Tyrannical. Because what was this dungeon back then? I think this dungeon was like a really rough... Wait, it was rough both weeks. Because this boss was really tough. Man, we got another Lua error. This boss was really tough on Tyrannical. And... like, a lot of the mobs in this dungeon are really tough on Fort, too. That's a good point. A great point. Let's spin. Remind ourselves that we have this button. It was rough both weeks for different reasons, yeah. I mean, the mini bosses, too. Like, this dungeon, the whole design of it is like, hey, there's these mini bosses that you have to fight. So that alone is kind of like another reason why it's pretty brutal on fortified weeks, too. I didn't even think about that, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, we are going to Chi-Ji here. Actually, I kind of want to just see if Crackling J Lighting... No, we're going to Chi-Ji here, for sure. I know our target swapped. Live, Evoker, live! Okay, we're good. I am sitting on these Jade Empowerment stacks. The Lich one was a pain. Yeah, this boss, I feel like they got rid of some of the annoyances of it, but it's still really annoying. The Orb Troll, I know. The fact that they kept this mechanic in, I mean, just look at what's happening right now. I'm playing with the 3 stack and then a random Hunter, and like they're all pinging the Hunter like, dude, put it in this one. The fact that they left that in is kind of like a little annoying. We're going to save our stun here. Yeah, these guys die really quick. What do we use? You know what I really hope they do, though? You know the toy, the Gateway Control Shard, you press it and it auto uses a Warlock Gateway? I really hope that they make it work on these things, because That was added late Shadowlands. That wasn't a thing when this dungeon was a thing. We're gonna conduit this first one, by the way. That wasn't a thing back then. But I would love to see it kind of be modernized to work there. We can Chi-Ji there. I probably shouldn't have just conduited. Conduited. It works. But you saw the Hunter drop to like 1 HP. But I feel like that would remove some of the annoyance with these things for sure. Yeah, you have to wait on this. And then the Hunter's like, wait, give it to me. I mean, what is happening? Okay, we're good. The Orb Troll. Some trash pools were wild. The mini bosses towards Zav and the insane HP pools, yeah. Sometimes you would be fighting on Tyrannic or on Fortified Weeks. You'd be fighting those mini bosses. You're like, dude, this will never end. Okay, this guy. Normally you skip him. We're gonna have to use these Jade Empowerments though. Bone Spikes. I'm smart enough to know that this means dodge. I've kind of forgotten some of these guys' mechanics. But I knew he looks very familiar to the guy in Necrotic Wake. So, and it was bringing me flashbacks of like, why am I thinking of those two guys as similar? It's because they're very similar mechanics. But we're fine. We are so fine. But, okay, Cussy or Cussy? Wait, what do you go by? And also tell me a bit about yourself. You know, there's so many WoW streamers, it's hard for us to kind of like come into contact with each other. So I mean, I appreciate the raid so much, but I want to get to know a bit more about you. What do you stream? What do you play most? What are you looking forward to the most the next season? And same with your viewers. Tell me a bit about yourself, guys. The ladder. Cussy. Okay. Let's not get death-winded. We're getting Grave Spike, though. Man, this is a 10, and that did nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have 3 Mistweavers. I only have 2, but I only have 1 at level 80. Okay, I kind of want to get hit by the winds here, because I want to... That's going to hurt. I'm going to get hit by the... well, I guess I can't. This guy's dying. I wanted to get hit by the wind so I could see if we could just roll double jump on. Because that also wasn't a thing back in the day. Mox, what is good? It's good to see you, Mox. How's your week been? Happy Friday, you guys. Love me some Fridays. It's date night with the wife. Very nice. Apparently, it was originally with P, but the name, but the name was taken. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's where we're stacking. Oh god. Something about this boss is giving me a Lua error with this. I think it's my plater profile. It's like, oh, okay, if your name used to be with a P, then I've definitely heard of you. Whoa! Some people cleaving on each other. Getting hit by orbs. Okay, we might have to Chi-Ji this. I was wondering why my targeting wasn't working. Dude, this targeting bug is so annoying. It's not a bug, it's just... I haven't configured it yet on PTR. I need to fix it. Whenever I cast a heal into someone, it targets me to that person. Ooh, we got clobbered there. They stacked too early. So what I think happened there is we put down a marker to stack, and for like these ads, for this ad phase, and my group stacked, but it was the wrong mechanic. They stacked for the thing, the big markers on you. We're about to wipe here because the ads are getting to the boss. You can see what happens when the ads reach the boss. Yeah, they nuke. Absolutely nuke. He does 0 to hero. Very cool. We also do 0 to hero. We did this season. We did all the healers 0 to hero. Yeah, we just wrapped up like last week. We were doing all the healers. I was doing it about 3 nights a week or 3 days a week. Grinding, and it took us like almost all season. But hey, at least we did it. At least we did it. And it does suck though, because when you do 0 to heroes on your alts, you don't really get to play your mains. So my mains IO has suffered quite a bit. He changed the first letter and the industry. I don't doubt it. Definitely don't doubt it. But yeah, there my group definitely stacked for the wrong mechanic. The worst time to stack. but it's fine. It seems like these three guys are in a party chat, and that's why they're all kind of like hive minding, and that's why they all did that. But that means that that's a good thing because they're also probably all talking like, "Oh, that's not when we stacked. We stacked at the wrong time." What was my least favorite healer in the challenge? Um, I don't think this was my least favorite healer, but this was my most disappointing healer. Like I had the highest expectations of enjoyment coming in to this healer, and then it just didn't live up to my hype that I had set on it, which was Holy Paladin. Holy Paladin. I was so excited to try the Avenging Crusader build and everything, but I will say it got very frustrating um, relying on a random proc to happen, or basically relying on your crit chance worth of a proc to happen to do like solid healing in some moments. So I think I was just playing it poorly, and I shouldn't have been relying on that. But still, it's like at certain moments, it's like you needed this judgment to crit so that you got your what was it called, hammer and anvil proc, and it just didn't, when you needed it to, and that was more frustrating than anything. We need kicks to come out. Now we need to stack. I need to hit the boss and boot these guys back. I'm kind of upset because I didn't get to play Mistweaver I didn't get to play Mistweaver after they added Jade Empowerment. It would have been so fun to push on the Mistweaver with Jade Empowerment. Oh, people getting clobbered by stuff. We need to be-res them. Damage. The boss damage matters here. But I would have loved to have pushed then. We got people getting hit by stuff left and right. The hunter's just bathing in it. You can't stand under the boss. It acts like a puddle of death. Okay, here we can't stack. We have the overlap of mechanics. We do have Ring of Peace already, though. Let's cocoon the tank. I got clobbered. This is looking like a wipe. Leg sweep in 5. Ooh, we don't need them knocked toward the boss. Getting necrotic bolted. Heal! However, if I had to answer, like, what was my least favorite healer to push on? Probably Preservation Evoker, and it's not Preservation's fault. I think part of the reason why I didn't like pushing on the Preservation Evoker was that it came last. Dude, what is this hunter even doing? Does he know what game we're playing? This is crazy. It came last in my push, so I was kind of like a little bit done with the push already. Like I was kind of like over it. I was ready to play my Mistweaver and get the 3K. So that was a bit of a letdown. You're just Hunter, dude. What is this Hunter doing? But like it was still a fun time. Like it was a fun spec to play. I would just say that like the circumstances kind of like played into the fact that it was kind of like a you did the same rotation like every time. Dang. I was going to life cocoon him, but he had already died by the time. They are just like cleaving on each other. They have the names of the mechanics mixed up big time here. My group does. No way that hits me. We gotta do some big damage here. Die! We have to do 8 million. No! Oh, tank, no! No, we have this! I mean, we were gonna like very slowly kill the boss, but we can reset at least. Okay. We can reset. Why are they releasing? I feel like I'm group curse on my prez. Yeah, that is one thing too. I didn't encounter that too much, Pink Socken. What I would do is I would just type a quick message as we loaded into the dungeon and say like, you can even like have it in a notepad on your computer and like copy and paste it as you start a dungeon and just say, hey guys, reminder, I'm a Pres Evoker, stand in front of me or like in medium range, don't stand out in Narnia and you'll get much more heals or something. Like that is a great thing to do. It takes like 2 clicks if you copy and paste it, and it gives you like so much more safety in the party. And then they can't blame you if they're like standing out in Narnia because you're like, I reminded you, stand close so I can heal you. But that's what we did, and it did help a lot. Like one quick thing before the dungeon, and you're good to go. Uh-oh. Hunter, please. Dang, we were cruising, but I feel like this must be their first time seeing this boss, because they're getting clobbered by these mechanics. No, they can still. Oh, they can and they will. They very much will. You're right. Nothing will stop them from blaming you, but at least they can't blame you and it be justified. How about that? That was quick. That swirly spawned, and that orb was like on top of me already. Let's conduit this one. We can save our cooldowns. I just want conduit to be on cooldown. We need to get better about Crackling Jade Lightning the ads. We are nuking this thing. Already at 70%. What happened between pools? These guys keybind their damage buttons? What on earth? Pop a defensive here. We can also Chi-Ji this. I have Life Cocoon, but I don't think we'll need it. Yikes. Yikes. I'm so sorry. Oh, we lost someone anyways. I can para that guy. I wonder what happens if we just leave him para'd. Oh, I'll tell you what happens. Someone else gets hit by orb. Dude, these people are dying to orbs left and right. That was my bad drop. I was looking for the marker. I couldn't see it. An oopsie on my part. But dude, I mean, like, they're getting clobbered. Getting absolutely clobbered. Let's see. There's a lot of new shit on this boss. Yeah, this boss has been basically completely reworked, especially when you look at the other bosses in this dungeon in specific. Like, the other bosses are very similar to what they used to be, but this boss is very different. Like, very, very different. I think this version of the boss is more fun, but it is a bit more frustrating. Like, there is a lot more stuff to dodge, you know? But it's so far, it seems like the heal check isn't as insane. Like, I'm trying to see if we can make it through the heal check without even popping a cooldown in a 10, which is kind of saying a lot. Like, I can pop Chi-Ji and it obviously becomes safer, but I'm trying not to. But I mean, we just you can't help it if people are getting clobbered by orbs. I mean, we're doing all we can. If anything, it's good that my group is dying because it's giving me more reps on this boss, which I just need to be more comfortable on it. Because that's what today's all about. I just want to get reps. That's it. And drink water. Plenty of water. But yeah, I think Preservation Evoker and like Disc Priest really highlight your reliance on your group to know how you heal. Like, they have to understand your spec too, in order for you to be able to heal them properly, and that's really annoying. Alright, let's focus up. Let's not be the reason we wipe here. I don't think we have been. Maybe that last one I wasn't the reason, but I would have been the reason if they hadn't have died. Because my drop was really bad. Tank live. We need kicks. I wish you could kick while you're channeling conduit. Okay, we have both Crackling Jade Lightning stacks. Yikes, people. I say as I get hit. Come on, I'm trying to get this cast off. Why walk right to me? I don't get it.
My emissary brings you power. Take it.
I mean, they're just walking through the orbs to drop these. That's so funny. The problem is I Crackling Jade Lightning the same one both times, so we just like trucked one of them. And get over here where no one is. This boss is so annoying to be a Mistweaver on, dude. I'm constantly having to move in and out of my range. I just rolled straight through one. I'm glad I didn't catch it. Put in conduit, crank that big damage. I need to make sure my hero talents are all right. Pop defensive. Ah!
My emissary brings you power.
We're killing this thing. Am I just supposed to rotate around this and just not have to step out of melee? Maybe that's the play, but man, that is frustrating. Our hunter still has not picked up on the fact that if you stand under the boss, it hurts really bad. I have to retarget. Ah!
Another soul for the taking.
Another soul for the taking. Uh-oh. I have to put it under the boss here. Maybe we can just burn boss. Just blast boss. Has 15% left. Surely, if I pair this guy, we can ignore it for long enough. I wonder if these guys are on a timer. Like, if you don't kill them in time, they just nuke. Okay, we woke him up, though. That's cringe. Again, crackling jade lightning. I might get clobbered by that orb. No, we're fine. Oh, that one hit me, though. Let's conduit. Somehow, some way, boss dies. We take those. Holy, that was crazy. How are the new dungeons so far? Are there finally some rot fights again, or do they just keep bringing the burst AoE healing we had in almost every season? So far, all I've seen is the burst healing, like the same old, same old. But you're right. I hope that there is. I haven't fully dove into the dungeon and like repped them a bunch like we're doing today. But so far it looks like there's no like Halls of Infusion style fight, like what I think you're referring to. How many seasons did Dragonflight have? It had the full 4, right? It had the 4th like meme season. It definitely had a meme season at the end. I think there were 3 real seasons.
Look what we have here.
What are you doing here?
Neat.
Hey, y'all have like similar names. Interesting. Let's spin this. Holy.
A willing sacrifice has been prepared.
I wonder if... So this guy casts Meat Shield, and he just sits there and takes a shield on himself. Obviously, there's no reason to let it grow. But I wonder if there's going to be like a damage purpose for letting him at least get 1 tick of it. Because I know like Shadow Priests have a mechanic where they just do huge damage to shields. I bet like in like MDI or like high-end push groups, you're going to see like Shadow Priests letting that shield tick like once just to have it. So they do like a giga crank of damage all at once. I bet that's a thing. I don't know all the mechanics of Shadow Priest. I don't know any of the mechanics of Shadow Priest, but that to me sounds like something that could be pretty funny. Like letting the guy get a shield so you can kill him faster. Alright. Yeah, Halls of Infusion, 3rd boss, Everbloom, the triple boss kind of thing. Everbloom triple boss. Oh, do you mean the like the mage? By triple do you mean like the lots of guts, dodge it? It had like 3 sets of mechanics. I think that... What were the other bosses in that dungeon? Oh, the trio. I'm sorry, not the mage. We're on the same page now. The 3 guys. The triple. You mean triple when you say triple. I get it. We're on the same page now. We aren't kiting this guy as much as I would like. We're gonna roll here. So we don't take damage from that. How much damage do you take from this? Not a lot. Okay, so we didn't need to do that. Didn't need to double jump over it. I didn't pop Chi-Ji there, and I kind of regret it. But hey, I think this is a fine Chi-Ji pool. Get that. We don't have Chi-Ji for the bridge pool. I think the play is that if you do this route, you're going to Chi-Ji at the top up there, and then not Chi-Ji here so you can have it for the bridge. And that pool you can probably just like Crackling Jade Lightning and get through it. But I'm kind of just testing different things out, like doing things differently each time we do a dungeon. Ooh, he got butted on there. That was definitely a butt kill, not a gut kill. Don't want to pull those guys. I feel like toward the end of Shadowlands Season 1, you would pull those guys in here. I think you would triple pull, right? Maybe it's just like if you're like behind on time, you would.
A willing sacrifice has been prepared.
Alright, Rancid gas bag. Hurry up and die. There we go. They should add more dungeon rotation. At least rotate the older ones more often. I'm a huge fan of when they do this, and I know Shadowlands wasn't that long ago, really. Like in the grand scheme of World of Warcraft, but as someone who started in Shadowlands, obviously I'm very fond of the dungeon pool, and I really like when they bring them back and like kind of shake things up a tad. This dungeon actually looks fun in my opinion. Never played it. I think this dungeon is a blast, and you missed it, Palime. Palime. How do I say that quickly without sounding like I'm focusing on it? Palime. You missed one of the bosses has this one mechanic where like it pulls 2 of your DPS into like a room alone, like a pit, and they have to fight each other. And whoever wins gets like a damage buff. It's really cool, like just unique mechanics. So I really like this dungeon. This boss is really cool. It's very annoying when you mess it up because it's like, it's very obvious when you mess it up. I'll let you see the mechanics if you haven't seen them already. Smash you to pieces, he says. Yeah, so those chains just rake across the room. And if you get hit by them, you just get swept into the pools on the edge, and those pools silence you. It's pretty annoying, but it's such a fun mechanic. There's safe spots here between the chains. No, tank. He's gonna chop them up, and he actually went through with it. But I'm a huge fan of this place. I don't think this one wasn't even my favorite Shadowlands dungeon, but so far I'm having the most fun practicing it and repping it. Still have a lot of reps to go on the other dungeons. Yep, you see there I got clipped. You just get swept to your death, and if that happens at the wrong time, like here, my tank is already getting just destroyed, so we're getting punished heavily. Pop Chi-Ji. And he pulls you in. If you're outside of his melee range, when he does that, it'll grip you in. So as a melee healer, I'm obviously standing in his melee range, so I don't really have to worry about that mechanic too much, because it doesn't yoink me from like outer space. But I guess here I can show you. If I'm standing out here, when he does that, it pulls you in. But like what you can do is you can stand in his melee range, but like on the outer edge of it, so that it won't pull you, but you're just on the edge. You just have to take like 2 steps out. Go ahead and conduit here. But so far, the damage in this fight is not bad. Not bad at all. I'm thinking more about my damage that I'm doing than my healing. I'm gonna damage. Let's unleash it. The pain. How much is a single? Oh, I didn't have Jade Empowerment there. Oops. We definitely, I mean, if we would have just, I feel like if this wasn't like this group's first rep of this dungeon, we definitely had this dungeon timed. Like we one-shot every pool in this dungeon except for the third boss. It felt like We had to give this group some time to learn the mechanics here. That's okay. We've all been there. Yeah, Theater of Pain. I will say, it earned its name back then. Like 7514 saying, in Shadowlands, this dungeon was very frustrating. Because the one wing where there's all those portals, people would fall off the map. They would fall through the map. Like here, I just walked downstairs. There were points in the stairs where you would just be walking and you would just fall through a crack. And then you're just off the map, nothing they can do. Like your warlock couldn't summon you. So it was very frustrating. But it looks like most of that's gotten fixed. But yeah, Falima, I hope there is that kind of fight. Because I think those fights are so much fun to heal. Halls of Infusion, the dungeon as a whole sucked. It was a horrible dungeon. But it was still my favorite of the season because of how fun the third boss was to heal. Alright, let's see this tank strat. We've had different tank strats each time we've done this dungeon. So he's taking it right in the middle. I think taking it here, like on an edge instead of a corner, makes you more susceptible to the bullfight charge guys. Because they spawn on the edge. They don't spawn in the corners. Go and conduit this. Seems like the biggest smack of damage is at the end of that. So that seems like a mechanic kind of like City of Threads where you want everyone topped during the pulse of damage so that they don't get one shot by the smack of damage at the end. Okay, we have Jade Empowerment times 2. We'll use it on the next ad set. We could use it like right now, but no real reason to when our base rotation can heal through this. Let's use it here. Ooh, it's really nice during this phase. Because the ticks are like at the same time as the damage. Okay, we have some UI updating that I need to do between pools. I didn't mean to press Chi-Ji there. Uh-oh. We're fine. There are two things that I really want to change. I need to fix my bigwigs. And I want to change... What else was it? Just look at my bigwigs. It's literally blocking my hunter's health bar. Oh god, people. There were too many mechanics for the group to focus on. We're going to pop a defensive. I'm going to stand... We're going to cleave right there. Holy. Keep the tank alive. Yeah, our UI is very scuffed. Oh, and I need to fix the targeting. The cast targeting. Yeah, tanking in the corner makes the bull charges so much more chill. That was how you handle that mechanic in Shadowlands too. Nothing changed there. Kind of want to get sucked in to see if it legit just one-shots you or what.
My magic reaches beyond your mortal ken.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch a death here. I kind of want to get sucked in. Yes. Yes, spawn right on us. Die. Okay, so it just stuns you. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. It obviously, you would most likely die to a mechanic, but it literally just stuns you. Interesting. So like Dawnbreaker with the boats, I mean, true. I cannot believe that Dawnbreaker made it through the whole season without the boats being fixed. How? How on earth? How on earth? Okay, I kind of want to do another 10 and actually time it. Because we were so chilling in that. But honestly, it's not even a big deal if you time it. But we need to do some more testing across the board on these new dungeons for the week. I want to test... Sorry for the deaths. Oh well, no problem. That's fine. I want to test the like Mechagani place. But yeah, just like Dawnbreaker with the boats. That sounds sick. Oh boy. The bosses in this dungeon are very cool. Very cool. Can you try the mana battery trinket? Yes. Let's go get that. Let's see. I want to test it on dummies. Is it Daemonos? Daemonos? I want to test it and just see how it does. Let's make sure and get the right one, though.
I've been
Mana
expecting you.
battery. We see a battery. Dude, the names of these trinkets are so cool. Gigazaps Zap Cap. Oh, I hope this trinket's so good. Every 6 seconds, zap your target and one nearby enemy. So it's just like a dot that you're a beacon of a dot. That's pretty cool. Casting 30 spells turbocharges you for 15 seconds zapping, doubling the frequency of your zaps and upgrading them to gigazaps. Holy, oh, hold on. Let me buy this trinket before I forget. The mana battery. And then we're going to test our trinket damage there, because we were trying out... Is it this one? Yes. Yes, okay. So let's see our trinket damage. The Blaze of Glory. I love it. Oh, man. It's not a ton of damage. And we were using it quite often, because I have it, macroed. Why did it say I'm at full vigor? Oh, because I was on that. But the trinket did okay passive damage with you just binding it to something. Okay, let's try out this trinket. I gotta read it, though. Channel to store a bunch of mana in the mana battery, up to a max of 200,000. While your mana is above 50%, which it most likely will be, we're gaining about 1,000 verse. Increased by up to 100%, so I can go up to like 1,836 verse by the mana sword into the battery. While your mana is under 50%, you siphon the mana every 5 seconds from the ingenious mana battery into your mana pool. Okay, so this one should be pretty easy to test. We just need to channel it. Store up as much mana as we can. Then see how much verse we're getting. It should be just 1,800. Oh, I forgot to check my verse number. I thought it would tell me, if I'm being honest. While your mana is above 50%, which it is, we gain a bunch of verse. You would think the buff would tell me here, but okay, we'll do it all again. I promise, we'll do it right this time. Yep, 21% verse. We're gonna have to look at the numbers. Well, we're gonna have to like pay attention this time, and I'll have to pay attention this time. Remember to fix your UI. I appreciate you. While we wait on this, let's see if we can fix our bigwigs. In fact, I can even turn off bigwigs if I'm being honest. Let's just turn off bigwigs. It's giving us a Lua error as well. Add-ons, bigwigs, let's just uncheck it. This way the bars won't cover the the middlemost DPS player on our screen. You had like 4%? Oh man. Oh man. It's gotta be a bug then. That's the case. We'll test it all. I guess, how am I gonna have to test this? I'm gonna have to drain my mana to test it, or do I just right click the buff? Versus 6%. Okay, we're at 49.48. 49.48. Yeah. That's bugged. Oh, that's so bugged. Holy. It's supposed to only give... It says, while your mana is above 50%, gain 900 verse. And then that can double if you're above a certain mana threshold, which we are. So it's supposed to be 900 times 2. We're supposed to gain only 1,800 mana. Or versatility. We gained 4,000 up to 16,000. We gained 12,000. You're right. You found it. You found it. Now, unfortunately, I have to be the good person that I am, that I strive to be, and say, Trinket gives way more mana than intended. Not than intended, than the tooltip says it will. We're going to submit that. But the thing is, like, Soul Editing Ruby gives us 10,000 crit, though.
I need a target.
Oh, I have to have a target. Yikes. Is there a bird flying around? we see a bird? Can I target this guy? What do you mean verse? Yeah, I don't know what I said. But yeah, mean verse. But the ruby gives us a bunch of crit. Gives us about as much crit. Let's use the ruby. Our crit is at 5,786. So hold on. That only gave us like 4,000. Or I guess a little under 5,000. So the soul editing ruby tooltip's lying as well. Oh, grants you up to. Okay, so it can. Interesting. It can be random. Wow, that's crazy. We had a bad proc there. I said mana, my bad. I mean, this thing works off mana, so I was just confusing myself a bit. It's also called the mana battery. I mean, we could do a dungeon with this crazy verse number, but I don't want to test something that I don't think is intended. But that's a good find, Daminos. I reported as well. Unfortunately, this trinket was always shit. I don't know. What do we want to test in its place? I mean, I like the pick me up. Pick me up's a good time. I really want to try the zap thing though. Let's try the zap trinket. That one seems fun. It's one that I have not tested yet. Where was it? Gigazap's Zap Cap. Sign me up. That sounds like a good time. So every 6 seconds, we're going to zap 2 people for 90,000 damage. Every 30 spells that we cast, I wonder how this is going to work. Every 30 spells that we cast, let's do double passive trinket. So we're going to test something. Every 30 spells we cast, it's going to turbocharge for 15 seconds and double the frequency and do bigger damage. What we're going to test is, how does that work with like blackout kit cleaving and stuff? Oh god, we're going to get attacked by Lua errors. What is it? We're dividing by 0, guys. Your daily reminder not to divide by 0. Dude, these guys are so big. What is it causing this? There's a certain debuff that a player applies that just causes this Lua error every time. Let's not deal with it. Let's fly away. I could disable the add-on details, but no. Go away. Every time that dot ticks, it just re-pops up. Give me a random enemy. Random falcon. Let's fight this shale horn. Fight all of them. Come with me. So what does it do? Okay, we have 2 stacks. 2 stacks. Oh, roll counts. Okay, so far each thing is only giving us 1. Now we have 4. Now we have 5. Let's J-Fire something this way. 6, 7. Okay, so that doesn't work. That's fine. We technically are just casting 1 blackout kick. That's just for science. Just for science. Wanted to see if it worked with the cleaving. I didn't expect it to, but at 30, we should be able to hit 30 sacks so quickly. I want to see how much damage this thing does. The other one did about 5% of our overall. So let's see if this passive trinket does even more. The problem is I kind of want to try a different dungeon. Or do we just hop back into the same place just to test the same thing over and over? Let's just hop back into the same place. I know we're watching Theater of Pain over and over, and it's probably grueling, but it's all in the name of science. The mother load. The mother load. No. I feel like most people are just testing Theater of Pain right now anyways. Like most of the groups that I see throughout the day are just Theater of Pain. No. Okay. Make sure our key's fixed. So we're trying out 2 passive trinkets. One is passive healing. This trinket's sick. I mean, it does like a fine amount for PTR standards of healing. Gives like Blossom of Amirdrasil vibes a bit. And then we're gonna try out the, what is it? Giga Zap's Zap Cap. I am so excited to try out this. Try dummies in Orgrimmar. True, I could go to Orgrimmar. I need to set my in to the Orgrimmar in. All right, gotta go now. Thanks for the stream. Good luck and have a good one, mate. Polima, I appreciate you stopping by. It's good to talk to you. Hope to see you in the future, but enjoy your day. Go enjoy your time while the sun's still out. Or at least it is for me. I have no idea if it is for you. Oh god, we're stuck. Whoa, was that a... Oh god. I promise I know how to fly. Okay, never mind. I thought that was one of the NPCs that is the raid guy. You said, yeah, it's details, but I don't want to disable details. We need our details. We need to see how much damage we're doing. So that last dungeon, let's take a look at the numbers again. Oh, dude, our healing's fine. We did have to do a lot more healing that run because there's a lot of avoidable damage that was taken by the group, myself included. Celestial Conduit, though, it's definitely more competitive in damage. I mean, it's earning its place. Definitely earning its place by a damage standpoint. I feel like people are going to be at these dummies. No. No one is here. Okay, so this thing's our target. Every 6 seconds, it zaps it in another thing. It's not that frequent of a zap, but let's crank it up to 1,000. It's at 29, 28, 30. Okay, now it's cranked up. Okay, I do have Soothe, but I don't think it's working. Okay, we made mistakes. I don't think I'm going to be able to TP if this thing keeps zapping. Uh-oh. Let's go into timeout really quick, see if it still zaps. Timeout always works. Where were we going? Still Theater of Pain. Okay. So this trinket's gonna be cool. I'm definitely excited. I hope it's not bugged, and I hope it doesn't pull stuff we're not in combat with, because that would be scary. We're back here for more pain. So I disabled my bigwigs. What was the other thing? Oh, the targeting. Oh, hold on. One sec. Let me fix something. Okay, so there's a setting. There's a setting that I need to change. Is it sticky targeting? Checking this will prevent the deselection of targets by clicking on the game field. That's not it. It's type in target. So what's happening is I'm punching and kicking an enemy, and then I go to vivify my ally. And when I vivify my ally, it swaps my target to this ally instead of the enemy that I'm punching and kicking. I guess we can fix it later. I have it fixed on the live, but not on PTR. I'm so stupid. I meant to do a countdown. Well, here's the countdown. That's what we were going for. Let's not mount. Let's pop our... Let's go Chi-Ji Wings this run.
Welcome, one and all, to the theater of pain. It seems these
We springboarded. Holy. That was a yikes. We're fine though. Oh man, we blasted off in into outer space with that raging tantrum again. I guess Soothe does stop it, because I soothed them there and stopped it. Oops, oh well. I'd be...
let the bloodshed begin.
Okay, we don't have Chi-Ji. We have to be really reliant on... Oh no. Are there buttons here? Try not to revive, but we can just slowly dispel these and we can diffuse magic ourselves. There's no way I was in that. That first one popped really quick. The Paladin also got popped by it.
My emissary brings you power. Take it.
Focusing up now that we're down 2 players. I want to see how much damage our Trinket's doing right now, because this would be a good moment for our Trinket. Let's pick that. Oh. Having to focus up, guys. We're cleaving them pretty nice, though. Going Conduit before they die, just to have pressed it. Okay, that was super sus, but we made it. We made it.
What a disappointment.
What a disappointment.
How unexpected.
I feel like those first rings popped really quick, like very, very quick.
Now that the preliminaries are
I wonder if I roll double jump if I die to fall damage. Do I test it for science? Oh, you can't roll. Okay, it's probably for the best that you're like end-capped while you're falling.
new challenges.
Dude, Zap was our top damage.
We'll see.
Oh man, did we find a good trinket? A good damage trinket. I mean, all you have to do is just cast 30 spells, which, I mean, as a haste spec, that's fine. Or as a non-caster, we can hit that threshold pretty safely, pretty quickly. How long does it stick around for? For 15 seconds. That's not bad, though. There are some things like channels, like Crackling Jade Lightning, obviously, where it only counts, even if you channel it, its full duration only counts as one casted spell. But here on single target, I want to see what the damage was. Uh-oh. Okay, if I'm going to be... I think I'm the only... Rain. Oh, no, we have a Shadow Priest.
A willing
If it's going to be targeting me, I need to try to LOS. Okay, at least they know that they can LOS, though. Good thing about this mob is you don't need to heal that much with this current tuning. He can LOS it, but it's really not that deep. I can just punch and kick through it. Okay, here's the scary pack though. We have Chi-Ji and Celestial. And Conduit. I'm not afraid to use both here. We're not gonna stun during Chi-Ji. I think Chi-Ji's enough to kind of like carry this. Now that Chi-Ji's over, we're gonna stun. Oh, but the totem made them very DR. Oh, we didn't even need the conduit here, so now we have it. Posture check? No, I had just gotten comfortable. Oh, it's for the best though. What's up, Max Shaw? Good to see you. Good to see you today. Hopefully your week's been well. Or I guess gone well. And hopefully you have some good plans lined up for this weekend. Let's Shayloon's that. We're a bit behind. He did get sacked. We didn't really need to get sacked there. No. This guy's still figuring out how to LOS the thing. It's not too deep though. He doesn't need to worry about it too much. He's moving so much, poor guy, and he's still not even LOSing it. That's funny. But it's good to see a Max roll. What are y'all's plans this weekend? Does anyone have anything exciting lined up? I know we're probably going to see some family this weekend. That's like the best case scenario for the weekends. My favorite way to spend a weekend day. Yeah, of course, still grinding hard from getting my Mistweaver from 7s to 8s. The difficulty rises seriously hard. Yeah, every even number, it seems like it really amps up. Let's Crackling Jade Lightning here for this. Priest, no! Oh, I saw that one happen in slow motion. Oh, Theater of Pain the first time it's a treat to witness firsthand. We need him up though. This fight, it literally yoinks your DPS away. There we go. There's a res.
Brings you power. Take it.
Hopefully he sees now though that it's a very much a frontal, not just a circle on the ground that you dodge. No, the paladin! It's only that one that kills people. It's a little counterintuitive in how it looks versus what its area is. It only shows you the marker on the ground for the little circle. It doesn't show you the line on the ground, but you kind of just have to know that the line's coming. Like a full-on line frontal. Priest, no! People learn. Oh no! You know what? Let's win this PvP. You're mine, buddy. I don't even care about the dungeon. You are mine. No, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna die. It's better to give him the buff, and I also want to read the debuff here. Kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. Oh, my healing elixirs. What do I get? Damage dealt is decreased, so that does decrease our healing by a good margin too. A 10% this curse. It's us three again on the boss. These are the three of us that were stayed alive for the first boss. Oh no, we're already double bannered. We're getting overlapping banners here. Oh, how did we not get hit by that? Alright, buddy, do your worst. Do your worst. Come on, enhancement shaman, kill me quick.
No equal.
Faster, faster. Defeated me in glorious combat. You know, the concept of this fight is so unique. Let's Tiger's Lust him, I guess. The concept of this fight is so unique, but like in reality, you kind of just want one person to kill the other like as fast as possible. But I wish there was like, I wish DPS actually fought over who won. You know what I mean? Like I wish they actually duked it out and you had more time to decide a winner. Okay. We live to tell the tale.
Our challengers have passed the first trial, but they're still
We got PvP'd.
away from the title.
Alright. We're going on to the hard room now. Again, hopefully they know the mechanics. We can Tiger's Lust the tank. Yeah, there's Wind Rush though.
Lives are so fleeting, so fragile.
There's his Giddy Up. I'll speed him. Honestly, just pull them all. What's one more? I feel like these guys had an additional mechanic in Shadowlands. Like, did they burst on death or something? Or what did they do back then that made them harder? I feel like Bind Soul just did more damage maybe, or you couldn't stun it or something. Like, what was it? It was so different. We have Conduit. We're going to use that first here. Need to be better about our renewing mist supply. We do need those for the tier set to work.
A willing sacrifice.
Because we can enhance in a Mythic Plus dungeon, we can enhance our insurance healing by technically by 25%, and it's kind of capped at that. So, we got the affix. Oh no, we have Touch of Death though. So, go go go. That's a bit annoying. Go tank. You always wait on your tank, by the way. In this dungeon, always make sure your tank goes first before you go. Because sometimes you'll land next to an enemy, it'll pull to you. Just always safe to let the tank move in first. Or take the portal first. We're going to double lightning this one. Let's sit here on these blackout kicks for when the damage starts. Not too bad. What was our insurance healing there? Insurance did like nothing. I made sure and applied both insurances too to 2 DPS. I guess it didn't pop. I feel like no one except for myself fell low enough for insurance to have popped there, so maybe that's why it felt a bit low. Here we want to have our definitely want to have our Crackling Jade Lightnings lined up and ready to go. Oh no. We lost one friend.
Brings you power. Take it.
Any whirlwinds, we're going to be kind of hanging out in the range, or whatever it's called, Bone Storm. So we want this to press. Push death. Bone Spikes, get ready to dodge. I could Conduit here, but we don't need to. We need more percent here. Guess not. Keep moving. Okay, I want to get hit by winds here. I want to kill these small guys first. We're going to purposefully get hit by the winds so that I get knocked off. And I want to double jump back on. Sick. I partly did that for science to see if you could. Like if there was a time frame for you to do that. But also because it's cool, you know? Gotta get the style points in somehow. They don't show here, but they definitely matter. Every style point you get takes like 10 seconds off your timer at the end, so they're good to rack up. Put a marker down. It's not that deep. The tank's got it.
Your souls are mine.
I definitely think this route is going to be the route that you see most, where you have lust for this boss. This is kind of what we did in Shadowlands anyways, is we lusted here. In its old iteration. I love the shaman is just like ring around the rosy. Okay, we had 2 people get hit by the orb that just spawned on us, which is very unfortunate. Once again, it's just us, though. It's us 3. I feel like these are the 3 of us that know the dungeon and have done it before. The other 2 people, this is their first time in Theater of Pain. Which is okay. It's PTR. This is going to happen. It gives us more time on the boss, if anything. We have Diffuse Magic here. We also have Revival. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. That was a drop. I didn't even notice. And the shaman died. We're definitely gonna wipe here. What? Okay, but hopefully that gave the 2 bugs like a chance to see the fight, you know what I mean? And kind of understand to dodge the orbs, how to drop ads, or how not to drop ads, I guess I should say, with that last one. I think we're fine. But so far, these 2 have died every pool on each boss. I want them to get more reps on it, too. Wonder if we're going to be fine on percent. Like, what's the number you need to hit here before you go to the gas wing? I swear, every time I drink water now, I just pour it all over myself. I blame the beard, for sure. I feel like as a monk, this probably wouldn't be safe, but you could technically put like a Transcendence clone out here, and just every time the ad drops happen, you could like watch that spot and make sure orbs aren't about to go over them, and then teleport. But I think that is just adding in risk that doesn't really need to happen, technically.
I'm out of range.
A willing sacrifice has been prepared.
I know, people. Oh, we nuked those. Holy. Dude, Shaman does so much damage.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
Gonna apply our renewing miss insurance buffs.
It's too far away.
Oh no, the priest. Like someone's keeps dying as we move in there. Just Shaylins, I guess. I wonder what the beam does. Like, what is that tank mechanic? I want to know.
My emissary brings you power. Take it.
I'm out of range.
Oh, they're stacked. Okay, let's just kill the boss. Get out of here. I wonder if the orbs do damage now. They don't. They're just visually still here from the looks of it. I like the new design of that boss. I really do. There are some pain points, and obviously when you have people that don't really know what the boss is doing, it can get annoying. But I like the fight as a whole.
Look what we have here. Fresh.
So it felt like spinning Trinket was enough to heal this here last go around, but it was close. Maybe we wanted like spinning Trinket and Chi-Ji here with the current tuning. Let's stand in a swirly. Let's do that. Let's stand right on top of someone that's dying and die really quick for testing. Yeah, I like that. I like that plan. Love that plan. That's probably the play, is you want to just stand on damage and die really quick.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
Such a dumb death. Oh, I'm so excited to see the Trinket numbers. I hope they're good. Dude, that cranks damage. Compared to what it used to do on live, or I guess what it does on live, that does so much damage.
A willing sacrifice has been prepared.
I remember I used to Ring of Peace those guys as they were about to die out of melee so they wouldn't kill. I remember I did that every pool. Or every time I did this dungeon. It's been a while. Alright, butts and guts time. Okay, yeah, I'm using Crackling Jade Lightning here so that I have Chi-Ji for this pool. Not get gutted. That does like no damage if you're standing in that circle. Go ahead and conduit. Oh yeah, gas bag time. Oh no, I think I would Ring of Peace these guys, like put Ring of Peace on my ranged casters, so that if they jumped out to them, it would they would just get booped back and they wouldn't take damage from it. What does the set bonus do? So our 2 set is the same healer set that everyone has. It just says like our spells and abilities have a chance to apply a buff called Insurance onto the ally. And what Insurance is it's just a pot that ticks. And then if they take damage that puts them below a certain health threshold, which is 40%, it'll pop and do like a nice like life bloom effect of healing. It does really solid healing, but our 4 set makes it do even more healing. So the 4 set says, basically, every renewing mist that we have active, it adds 5% damage, or I'm sorry, 5% more healing to the insurance buffs. So our insurance buffs are more powerful, basically, the more renewing mist that we have out. It is capped at 50% more healing. So if you have 10 renewing mists out, like in a raid environment, you're getting the max value. Even if you had like 15 out, you're still just getting 50% of a bonus. But yeah, it's a very cool tier set. And what makes it, how you can kind of like get extra insurance buffs is every time that I actually cast a, every time I cast a renewing mist on an ally, it also applies an insurance to them. So that's how I can like control who gets the insurance buffs, is by simply just casting a renewing mist on them. However, like procced renewing mists don't work. Like if I get a procced renewing mist, it doesn't work. It does have a chance to apply it because it's the spell that casts it will have a chance to apply it. But like when I Rising Sun Kick and I applied a short duration renewing mist on the priest there, it didn't auto apply an insurance buff, if that makes sense. So you get a lot of insurance buffs. They do more healing because you're having good renewing mist coverage. And yeah, it's a pretty cool, pretty powerful tier set. In Mythic Plus, you just have 25% stronger insurance buffs for free, basically, at like almost all times. Like you see, I'm falling to like 4 renewing mist active at a time, but still, that's 20% buffed insurance buffs. I do have aggro on one of those guys, okay. So let's just keep doing that guy. He took the tank slam, and he's getting trucked by it. And then he took the rope. Instead of sitting there and let me heal him, he just took the thing. Can I take this with this chasing me? It's a cool tier set. Pretty powerful one. All things considered. I think all the healer tier sets are like surprising in how like they're good. They're all pretty solid. So obviously some are stronger than others, but I think in Raid I've been surprised at how much healing your insurance does. Maybe I have some raid pools still here. I don't, but your insurance healing cranks. Exclamation point build, I don't have that lined up. That's a good command though, Jason. I need to make that. But I can just copy it. I'm testing out like a few different talents every run that we do, so I'm changing like 1 or 2 talents. So it's probably not the exact build that I would take into a dungeon, but that is what I'm currently running. Oh, click send. So we're pulling it to the center of the room. Very weird. Whoa, tank. Scare me, buddy. Normally you want to be kind of stacked here. This is weird. Pulling it in the middle just makes you a little bit more susceptible to a lot of the mechanics. Like you'll see when these bulls come out, you have to like do a full 360 swivel to see everything. Or I guess only a 180. Trying to hit a few more healer classes, figure out what's fun for Season 2. Let me tell you, you've found the one. You have found it, I promise. Give Mistweaver a shot. Let me know what you think. It's very fun. Very, very fun. Okay, we're lusted. Okay, now we're pulling to the corner. I guess this makes sense. Pulling to the corner now. That does make dodging the frontal a bit easier by taking it in the middle. And then now you have it in the corner for the part where you would want it in the corner, so. Honestly, I don't hate this. I don't hate this. We have to watch out for that, though. Yeah. Oh, I saw that one happening a mile away. Wonder what happens if you take a B-res before this phase. Don't let the death bolts go off. Nice. Step. Oh no! Oh no! We're getting pogoed. Okay, we're fine. We are fine. We had the tankiness from our conduit still rolling. Okay, he's going over the swirlies. Let's just Crackling Jade Lightning to finish it. Cannot believe we timed that with these guys, to be honest. Kind of crazy. Just shows, one, this dungeon's timer is like kind of a joke right now. And yeah, two, Shaman looking crazy. Dude, Shaman's crazy. Could you show their insurance healing? Yeah, the insurance healing's not going to be as high in Mythic Plus. But you see here, it is still our third overall healing source. Which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Did 8% of our healing. You can split it into, I believe, what would this be? So this is the hot aspect of it. And this is the pop heal that it does at the end. It's pretty solid. And there, I wasn't even staying on top of my Renewing Mists to maintain even higher numbers there. But insurance is, I mean, it's very good. Very good. It's not bad. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty good. And it's even better in Raid. Like in Raid, oh, I might actually have a screenshot. Hold on. I have a screenshot of something, right? Please tell me I saved it. Okay, so this is a screenshot from just a random pool that I did on Raid. But you see, I think this is when we killed one of the, like some heroic boss. Can't remember which one. But you see, like, Vivify's cranking, because we have so many Renewing Mists, we're just cleaving on everyone, basically, in the whole raid. Which, like, I think this fight that this screenshot's from, everyone was constantly taking damage, so it wasn't as punishing as if, like, only 3 people had a dot and were taking damage, and we had, like, Giga Renewing Mist count. But the big Renewing Mist count, we stayed about, like, above 10 on average, and our insurance healing is through the roof. It's so high. But you do have to play very well to maintain this. You see my Renewing Mist healing is really high too. You have to try to sit at or above 10 Renewing Mists at all times. And it's tough. I mean, it is kind of tough to sit that like that. But if you stay on top of your Strength of the Black Ox procs, you Rising Sun Kick legit, or Rushing Wind Kick, I should say, on cooldown. And you're running Pool of Mists in that build. And Lotus Infusion. Like, it's not... It's not the worst thing. It's a fun build. Like, this is my favorite build of Rushing Wind Kick style Rising Mist playstyle that I've ever played. I actually really enjoy it because it's not like annoying monitoring your Renewing Mist count. You just try to get the number as high as possible. Basically, is how I'm finding the most success with it. So I'm excited. I hope that I like this tier set. I really do. But I would like it if they scaled it differently. So if it did its full effect in Mythic Plus with 5 Renewing Mists, so basically if it said like 50% when you have it on Renewing Mist on 10 allies in Raid and then like 5 allies in Mythic Plus, that would be cool. But I don't think they'll do that. I think they're happy to have like a 25% buffed insurance on us in Mythic Plus, which is still good. It's still very good, don't get me wrong, but it could be better. Definitely could be better. Okay, if y'all... That was a chill plague or Theater of Pain. I feel like I've gotten the grasp on Theater of Pain already. Because I've been grinding it for like 2 days straight. Now we're going to do a dungeon that I don't have like any reps in. So y'all are in for a treat. If y'all want to watch me make so many mistakes and just get one shot by mechanics, hopefully it doesn't happen too often, but it's bound to happen. Operation Mechagon. Now, I did not play back in BFA. So I'm not coming into this with many reps at all. So, or do we want to do the mother load? The mother load's like the new one, right? Hmm. Just run this. We can change it to a 10. We can try to get into this guy's key really quick. Just to save ourselves the trouble of having to find a tank. Would be nice. But I've been doing Theater of Pain all day long. I want to get into another dungeon. I'm gonna fail mechanics, and we're gonna like purposefully die to some things. Not purposefully die. We're gonna purposefully soak some things to just see like the damage numbers and everything. Maybe I don't do it this key because I don't want to just like int the group. That's not the intention. But we're just gonna test things. This is a testing day, just getting used to the mechanics. So you're saying do mother load. It's so freaking good dungeon. Okay, I'll trust you on that. I haven't done as much pushing this week, or grinding, I guess, this week as I did last week. Got a lot of reps in on the other dungeon set, but this one, I want to test these other ones a ton. Theater of Pain, I feel like I'm like 100% on. Even the end, when you ride the roller coaster car away from the last boss. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we'll go into the mother load. We'll start a group for it. We'll bring our key down to a 10 though, to keep it pretty. I feel like people are more likely to queue up for a 10 than an 11. I don't know why. There's no science behind that, but it's there. Which ring gems am I running? I think I'm just running what I was running on live, because I don't want to be changing around my ring gems too much, and obviously I'm still running my 652, but this is what I'm currently running on live. I think those are my raid trinkets, or my raid sockets. A chance to whisper sea shanty, healing 5 allies. Yeah, so I think these are my raid ones, and I'm currently progging a mythic boss, so I'm not really swapping around those too much. I don't care to test these as much as other things, you know what I mean, Chrissy? But yeah, that is what I'm running on raid. I think there's a chance that I've swapped one of these out. One of these out for something else on live. Maybe this one? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm running on live right now. Are those three. Man, no one queues up to the mother load. This is why we haven't done this dungeon too much, because just sit here and queue while everyone does Theater of Pain. Maybe we scale it down a bit, too. No real point in doing a 10. Do a 6. Maybe more people will queue up to that. Try it. We'll see. Gotta get people in here. Ugh. Oh, I want to look at the zap damage. Okay, our number one source. Zap did 126 million damage. 126. Did I wear it 2 dungeons in a row? That's not right. Is it? No, that's weird. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Okay. Look at this. Look at these damage numbers. Holy. Okay, what about this last one? How often did I press Celestial Conduit? I mean, it did twice as much as the on-use damage trinket. more than twice the amount. And it's a passive. We just didn't want to say anything awkward. Oh no, y'all are sitting here like, I was like, why isn't this changing? It's because you have to close. I'm so stupid. Can you tell I'm like, I am so exhausted. Uh, Interesting, dude. That does so much damage. Oh, Steve. That's funny. Our conduit damage was a lot lower, but the dungeon did go a lot shorter because we timed it. It was like 10 minutes less. So all in all, I mean, I think, dude, this trinket's kind of the truth for a passive damage trinket. That's a lot. Hey, that's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. I kind of want to run it in a Master of Harmony run and see the damage there. So let's swap to Master of Harmony. Also, has anyone queued up? No one's queued up, dude. Crazy. That is crazy. Why not? What did I do? What did I do to you guys? Dude, this Zap Trinket's kind of insane. I kind of want to get another... Is there another passive damage trinket that we could test?
The winds guide you.
By the way, what do you usually use on the Dawnbreaker's second boss's big damage, or how do you handle it? I usually save the... I save Revival for the third... The big overlap, you know, is it the third decay that it does? Because that's when an orb pops as the decay starts. So I revival that first one. I always try to also, before that damage hits, like as that orb is traveling, I take Peer into Peace in that dungeon, and I spread Enveloping Mists on as many of the squishies as I can. And then I get one Rising Sun kick off as that damage is happening to extend the Enveloping Mists. And then the damage hits, I press Revival, the decay starts. As I start my Chi-Ji, because I try to line up like a lot of stuff for the third one. I think that's how I handle it. I think I've stopped doing Chi-Ji on it. Maybe not, but I know that that's how I handle it. Is I blanket Enveloping Mist as the orb travels. The moment that damage hits, I Rising Sun Kick and Revival, and then you have Revival's Hot helping you through that. You have all those Enveloping Mists amplifying your healing on your targets. And then I swapped Chi-Ji from that one and put Shayluns there. So after a couple ticks, like I'll do a Vivacious proc on someone, and then I'll Shayluns right after. Like I really overlap on that third one. But for the most part, like whenever the orbs travel out, I try not to use much. Like sometimes I'll Shayluns it if I have other stuff lined up. But yeah, I use Chi-Ji for another Shadow Decay. I'm pretty sure. It's been it's been a few weeks since I did the 12 or the 13. I think I did a 13 in that dungeon. But yeah, I definitely saved my defensives and stuff. I also, if I am light on healing cooldowns, and I didn't prep my Enveloping Mist before the Shadow Decay, that's when I'll pop my defensive. Yeah, it's just being smart. You have to be really smart about your cooldowns. If you're struggling so much, you could go Celestial Conduit there to help you. You don't even have to Conduit during the Shadow Decay, because it honestly doesn't do that much healing for the third one. You can Conduit like before it a bit to top everyone up. And then which one is it? It's one of these choice nodes. It's this one. You'll have the Jade Sanctuary for the whole duration of like the decay. Basically, it's just 15% less damage on you if you don't have a defensive. You can go Conduit, but I still go Master of Harmony in that dungeon, even though Conduit's technically safer. Man, where are the people? The Motherlode. Where are you guys at? Just find groups. Every group has a healer. Everyone's doing Theater of Pain. Is Motherlode just bugged, or is it down, or did I miss it? Why is the Motherlode not a thing? You also slack on using your personals. That's probably a big reason. If you're dying during the Shadow Decay, It's definitely because you're slacking on those. Also, um, if you have time, if you see those casters going off during the shadow decay, throwing out a leg sweep goes a long way because those casters will lead to someone dying if you're not careful. I mean, maybe do we just sit in Theater of Pain all day? Like, is that what we're doing? We could, and we could just scale up the key a bunch, test out an actual key level. Let's go. Let's talk to the Trinketeer for a second. I want to find another passive damage trinket so we can like side by side compare. Also, how much did the pick me up do? Okay, and Mythic Plus, that's not a lot at all. Only 2.8% healing. That's not a lot for Mythic Plus. This thing was doing well in Raid, but they either nerfed it or tuned it a bit, or it's just not cut out for Mythic Plus. Okay, your spells and abilities have a high chance to lace your target for precision blasting. Calling in... Oh, you have to use it. I just want passive. I don't want to think about my trinkets. A good passive one. Ooh. I know this is an agility trinket. Oh, but it caps at 1.9 million. I feel like that's not a lot. Why are we getting guild invited during PTR? That's weird. Okay, nothing here. During combat, oh, you're either massive or miniature. We could go the Trash Masters. Are there just no other good passive damage trinkets? Now this shield trinkets they always have a place. This one, I don't know why it's heroic scaled. But shield trinkets always slip their way into high keys because sometimes you just need something to survive a big slam. So hopefully that shield is good enough for that. Okay, command the Medi Chopper. Absorbing a bunch of damage and granting them a bunch of verse. Oh, so this is another shield that also grants them verse. Okay, this probably... It's only 636. I don't know how you get this one. Wait, this is so cool. This is such a sick trinket. I'm sorry I'm just looking at trinkets right now, but I want to find a good passive trinket. A good passive damage trinket like the Giga Zap Cap. Because it overperformed this last key. Bashful Book. Okay. Okay. The Bashful Book may read an excerpt from an unpublished steamy romance novel to the target of your spells. There's no way. To the target of your spells, though, kind of concerns me as a Mistweaver. Does it also count like our kicks and stuff, maybe? Hopefully. But we read an excerpt from an unpublished steamy romance novel to the target of your spells, dealing a pop of damage or a pop of healing. Interesting. Wait. It does 10 pops of damage or 10 pops of healing. If the target dies before the story is finished, the ending will be spoiled for a nearby target, instantly dealing what remains. Wow, so you always get its full effect. Let's run the Bashful Book just for flavor. We're going to test the Bashful Book next to the Giga Zap. The thing about this, though, is that the Bashful Book also has a healing component. So I don't know what the internal cooldown is here. If the healing component is going to cut into the damage that it does, but also I'm going to kind of like take a look at both the damage and healing numbers at the end of this. But let's push up our key level. Let's try to do like something higher. I want to try to do at least like a 12. Wrong way. We're going this way. Man, it is so laggy. We're probably about to get booted from the game. I'm at the moment going to 11s and 12s and many basic things still to learn. I definitely feel that. There's 100% a learning curve, but um, don't be afraid before like if you have time before big damage checks or healing checks like Dark Pulse in City of Threads and uh, the Shadow Decays before or in oh my gosh, Dawnbreaker. Don't be afraid to take a few globals before that damage comes in to spread some enveloping mist because it adds a lot of healing, especially if you're running Chi Harmony. You're getting like a healing modifier from Chi Harmony and a healing modifier from enveloping mist and two hots during that just make sure you extend them so they can last like most of the duration. It'll help your healing a lot if you just get into the habit of prepping for the damage with your hots. Like sometimes that looks like using Peer to Piece to spread them before the damage comes in. But sometimes if you're not in a dungeon where you take Peer to Piece, you can just hard cast them and it's worth it. If you're in downtime before damage, it's worth it to get that. Those healing modifiers. What is up with this? Oh, are these my guild members? Oh god, we joined a guild and that's why there's these green names in here. That's funny. Yeah, Enveloping Mist is definitely something I haven't used much in general. For the most part, like in 11s, you honestly don't need to use it, but it enhances your healing a lot. So it's good. Whoa, Alex. Hey, dude. Huge tip from Alex. Said, "Hey, you're consistently a good source of healing tips, guides, and weekly content. Keep up the good work." I appreciate that, Alex. I am definitely gonna keep up what I'm doing. Got a lot of stuff coming. I'm sitting. I'm literally living in the PTR right now, just testing and reading and making sure everything is understood. But I appreciate the support, Alex. Um, Thank you so much. Huge too. That is gonna be grocery money tonight for me and my wife. So very much appreciated. Um, let's. What do we want to set this to? I mean, we could set it to 12. Let's set it to like a 14 though. Let's get a little. No, let's just do the 12 first. Just set it to a 12 so we can see. It's going to be a significant increase in difficulty. We're doing Theater of Pain again. I know I've been in this dungeon the whole stream, but just to test things. But huge, Alex. Thank you so much. um, okay, let's start our group. Find a group. Guildy. We're gonna try 12. Motherload. I know, Steve. We tried to queue up a Motherload, but no one joined. The dungeon must be like down or bugged or something. I mean, we could just like TP to it and see what's going on. But no one is queuing for it. No one's joining Motherload groups. I don't get it. I really don't. Confirmed you're a sadist? Oh, is it because I'm doing a 12? Or is it because I'm going back into Theater of Pain willingly? Oh, this is the Motherload. I think so. This is the dungeon right next to the island expeditions. I used to just for fun. I know. I used to for fun do island expeditions solo on my Guardian Druid and on my Brewmaster. I loved island expeditions, just farming for transmogs and stuff. But I would also come into this place. I think one of the bosses has a mount that I was told to try to get for a while. Is that right? Is there a mount in here? But yeah, this is the place that like right outside is the island expeditions. I recognize this place. Okay, no one. Is it there an error with my listing? Why is no one queuing up? Theater of Pain Mythic Keystone. Is it supposed to say Mythic Plus? No? Why is no one queuing up? That's so weird. But honestly, the affix was getting kind of annoying, so I would like to do it, and I want to try with Master of Harmony. My throat is like imploding right now. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. We are back. Also gonna refresh chat for YouTube. It's been quiet for a bit, but I think that's just a thing. Some days, like YouTube's quiet. Some days Twitch is quiet. Um, honestly, just how it goes. Come on, people. I'll use my Yulon wings this run. Actually, you know what I never use is the um the Zwin ones. Swin, Zwin, Zwin. I think it's supposed to be like shoot, Schwinn, right? Schwinn? I don't know. Hey, what's up, Diaz? Diaz. Like Buenos Dias. Buenos? Yes. How's PTR going? It's going so good. Honestly, we've slammed some keys. I feel very comfortable in Theater of Pain now, so I want to start like I've been kind of like sitting around like +8s, +10s, just getting reps in. And now I want to start pushing up to like 12s, 14s, see how high we can push up. So, ooh, the unlucky number 66. Like Buenos Aires. Okay, got it. Got it. Good to see you though. Hopefully your day's going well. Hopefully you have some good plans for this weekend. My weekend, normally we have plans like see people, but I think my wife just started her busy season. So I think we're gonna be home. I'll be working on videos. She'll be working on her work. Um, nothing like too crazy for the weekend for our plans, but that's always a good thing. That's a very welcome like rest time. I say rest, but I'm literally going to be working all weekend, but that's par for the course, to be honest. I have a lot to edit. I still have to edit the finale episode of the All Healers to 2.5K, and then I also want to make a follow-up video kind of talking like answering questions. Like I'm going to post in my Discord, which by the way, if you're not in my Discord, join my Discord. So I'm going to post in there and say like, hey guys, what are some questions that you want me to answer about this series? Like what was my favorite healer, that kind of thing. I'll definitely go through all that. Okay, we found a tank. I have no idea how good these people are. That's one thing about playing PTR, is you're kind of just like rolling a dice with each person you invite. That's okay. I'll roll that dice. I'll gamble. Shadowlands, Theater Pain. Let's move this on to our bars. I keep clicking it. I need to get that add-on where if you go to this screen, you can just click on a place and it'll take you there, you know? But we don't have that yet. We have a tank, so the DPS should start funneling in. We should get a B-res, though. So I wonder, it seemed like one time my para did not work on this enemy, but the other time it did. Like it stopped his rampage, but he still glowed red. He was still glowing red. Wonder what that's about. I guess I could always just ask the group because they probably know. Because I didn't have a soothe back in the. I did actually. I played my druid. I'll have to go back and watch some of my old Theater of Pain videos and see if I was soothing. Oh, wrong button. If I was soothing for this first rampage. Thing. Ooh, I had a clip. Let me show you guys a clip of we're progging on the final boss of Mythic in current live, and I had a funny clip that I took. Oh god, there's so many clips. Let me find it. I guess while we wait on someone to queue up, I can go ahead and show it. Maybe this is it. Or I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, so what happened was we're going up to platform 2 in the intermission. This is Mythic and Sarek. I guess I could make it quiet just so there's not too many noises. I'm on the side that has to go up slowly, so I'm just kind of like chilling here, drinking my mana tea. My mana's so good on this pool. But I'm getting ready to do like a big bunch of healing. I get marked by the debuff. And then the boss is about to like yoink us off. I have to dispel this other person and just sit on my debuff. I still haven't popped a defensive though. Now that I'm watching it back, I'm like critiquing. But watch, we're gonna get pulled toward this line. I think this is what happens. So normally what happens, you see there, I put my Transcendence there, because normally I Transcendence transfer back. But the moment that I put the Transcendence down, this line aims at it, or targets me. So I have to kind of like on the fly readjust. So there I put my Transcendence down. I'm ready to transfer back once we get pulled. And then I'm like, oh crap. I need to adjust. And I roll double jump because I was flying off the platform. And I land on legitimately the edge. Like, there, how? How on earth did I land here? Dude, that was so lucky. Okay, I don't know. I guess while we wait on people to queue up, we can get people. Dang, dude, this person's been blasting. I've definitely like had to re-download my character a few times. All right, let's do this. I thought that was a funny thing. I was definitely like tense. Like the moment I did that, I was like, oh. I kind of wish I captured my face on it. Um, yeah, that fight is. There are some stressful things that'll happen. They're always like fun to deal with and manage. But for the most part, Monk feels so good on that fight. The healing profile's fine, but what makes it feel so good is the your utility kit is insane for the fight. Like you kind of laugh at the thing that most people struggle with. But we saw we saw P3 a couple of times last night. A couple of times. My roll gets me killed normally. Yeah, I mean, my roll normally, the first few nights that we were progging on that fight, Sean, I was rolling into the blades. I just kept thinking, oh, I can greed this cast before this blade goes off, then I would roll over here as a blade would go over there, and like, I was dying a lot because I was rolling. But now I'm not doing that, and it's a lot better. But having the double jump for that fight is like so sick, so awesome. Let's do it. Let's try this place in a 10. Oh, is this the right key? Yeah, okay. What if I put in this 2? Be funny. Let's blast. I don't know what this damage is going to look like. It's probably just going to absolutely turbo nuke us, but we have 2 passive damage trinkets. We're kind of pitting them against each other, and that's all I really care about in this dungeon, is to see those numbers, if I'm being totally honest. Oh, the mage pulled. Yeah, okay, so it looks like Para does stop that, which is nice. Let's stop that cast. It looks like Para, with the talent, does stop his tantrum at least. The problem, or maybe it was...
Your survival.
Yikes.
Wasn't
I don't know what I was thinking. I thought we could survive with Shayloons there, but I was not ready for that. But we also have 2 soothes. We have me and we have the hunter. Okay, here's another one.
It's too far away. I don't have a target.
Should be fine, but yeah. I soothed the first one. I wonder if that's gonna like get us group invites to this dungeon just because we have a soothe. But the problem is our soothe is very new to our kit. So I wonder how many people just don't know that we have one, you know? Whoa, that first one popped so quick. Regretting not having conduit, because I keep pressing my conduit button, and it's just not there. I need to focus up. I don't know why I thought this would just be as easy as the 10. Pretty eye-opening. Okay, we're killing one at a time. Yeah, everyone just popped the moment that one died.
I simply wish you had
We definitely need to
lasted a
cleave
little
evenly, but dude, our
longer.
healing's kind of insane. But to be fair, we all like half the group took like unnecessary damage there. We need to be ready to move the moment it.
Is that all? I thought we were
Need to
in
be ready to move the
danger.
moment those go. Reset? Yeah, let's reset. Alright, we're chilling. This is what I like about PTR. When you get good groups, like, people are just down to try again, you know? But we're going to communicate with the hunter. We can soothe. We can soothe one of them. The hunter can soothe the next one. Yeah, they did change the mechanics a bit. Well, they changed the mechanics a lot of it, but I guess we can let him soothe the first one. I can just hold my pair for the second one. Yeah, so far it seems like killing one at a time isn't that scary. Yeah, there's still a little bit more damage. Killed Sadel. Okay, so that guy left. That's okay. We'll just replace him. I have a Warlock for summons. It's worth compared to having an entire ability set of one of them. True. So they do get buffed if you kill one. But they do get buffed, but it's better to have it the two buffed than have a third boss, is what they're saying. Um, I'm going to let Peace first, Rage, Tantrum go off. So defensive it, but then I'll soothe a second. There, so at least now we have a plan. There's another mage. Get him summoned. Do we want to? Let's just, okay. We're just gonna keep with. Oh, I need to reset the instance, I guess. Oops. Out. That. I said you have no soothe for the AoE, by the way. Unless he's saying that mine doesn't work. It does. People leaving PTR keys are not serious people. They're obviously AI, right? They have to be. There's no way a real human being rage quits on PTR keys. There's just no way. That's not a thing. It's clearly AI. I have 500 million health. Okay, no. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this again. I mean, it's PTR we're testing. We're just trying to like figure out how to set up our cooldowns. Like, where do we want to use things and everything. So, defensive first rampage. The first rampage. We're chilling. Okay. Everyone's right. My whole group's like, oh, Monk has a soothe. That's crazy. Monk's crazy. Like, Hunters and Rogue Sooth only can be every other on this mob anyways. Yeah, I think ours is every other too. Yeah. What am I doing? Countdown. CD 10. They're saying Drew is the only one that can like hit everyone. Trank is 10. Oh. That hunter wasn't gonna press it anyways, he's saying. Okay. They're just beaming on that hunter. Okay, we're gonna defensive and Chi-Ji the first one. And then we're gonna soothe the second one. Gotta be ready for it. I say we quad pool. I want more reps here. I don't want to skip. I don't want to pull into boss. This is lame.
Upstarts think they can compete with the best combatants in all of Maldraxxus. I'll believe it when I
Okay, someone pulled back there, so.
Either way, this should prove entertaining.
What is pulling?
In the challengers.
I mean, we're clearly wiping. Just wipe. Keep pulling that.
I thought we were in for a show. What a disappointment.
Someone keeps pulling that. I guess we reset again. Reset again. Oh well. Let's not skip those. I want to do that 4 pool. Something keeps pulling those enemies. And I saw the what was it? The mirror images? Okay. Alright, let's do that. Oh, hold on. Yeah, wait, it wasn't me that pulled. I made it safely past to turn around and look, we were fine. And something else pulled. Mirror images pulled? Was the only thing that looked like it could have been. Oh. Alright, take 3. But to be fair, we don't need to do this skip. It's not like integral to us doing this key. Okay, I can ROP this caster. It'll be fine now. If we fail again, I bet these people leave. I'll ROP to, I guess. Okay, if I'm the one that pulls this time, I'm gonna like cry. I'll cry on stream. CD10. Yeah, we could also lock gate it. That's true. If we fail this again. Okay, he said we're not skipping. Okay, good. Oh goodness. Okay, so remember, defense of the first one, and then I'll soothe the second one. Alright, Tank, take us to victory.
Welcome, one and all, to the theater of pain. It seems these upstarts think they can compete with the best combatants in all of Maldraxxus. I'll believe it when I see it. Either way, this should
I wish that I have the talking head thing installed on live. Keeps me from having to see that. Yeah, Monk. Monk doing its thing. We can cancel that. That's so sick. Tank, no! Tank, no, not like this. No. Oh. No, okay. Whew. Somehow, still cleaner than the last few. We'll speed boost this guy in. Oh god. Like, normally I like to have revival for that. He kicks. I think we said we're... Oh, I forgot. I need to be on the move for that. That happens so quick. Okay, we'll wait. Forgot. I need to be, like, actively moving for that.
I'm out of room.
Heal! Oh, that is brutal, man. That is brutal. I mean, I did die to a literal swirly. But, the mage is yelling, "Can anyone kick? Can anyone kick?" Oh, boy. The tank said, "Well, we tried." Oh, boy. Man, I mean, that first swirly pops, like, way quicker than the rest. I kind of get, like, lulled in. Obviously, with more reps, I'll be totally fine on that, but the first swirly, like, it spawns and it pops. Like, you need to be actively moving. Like, you need to be moving while that boss casts that. I think it's Pacaran? Pacaran? I think it's this one. Decaying Breath, Noxious Spores, throws Vile Concentration at players. Zone of Spores at the target location for 2.5 minutes. That's not what I'm looking for. Plate Bolt? No, that's just a cast. Decaying Breath is a frontal. Okay, so it's not this one. It's this one. Inflicts players with Searing Death and inflicts a bunch of damage to all players within 3 yards of the victim. Not that. Target to Wither, inflicting a bunch of damage every 2 seconds. No. Cast. Is it this guy? So this guy's what's destroying our tank. Our tank is like falling over. Mighty Smash inflicts a bunch of damage to all players and reduces their... What's the ground swirly? I wish I could like pull the boss and live for a second. YOLO. Pop both defensives. Live. I just want to see the swirly. That's worth a shot. Oh god. What is that mechanic? Is it the Noxious Spores? That's the wrong thing. I feel like it is the Noxious Spores, though. Within 3 yards. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I feel like it is. Hey, what's up, Grandmaster? Good to see you. I feel like it is the Noxious Spores. But I'm telling you, that first one is popping so quick. We just... If I'm not, like... If I'm not... I guess if I roll, I can roll, but there is risk there if I roll for it. In retail, do you pop Chi-Ji before the damage comes out or after? I personally pop it before the damage comes out, like just before, because there are a bunch of globals that you want to do before you press your Chi-Ji. So obviously you want to Tiger Palm twice, you want to have your Jadefire Stomp fresh enough, and then you want to try to like empty your tank of Renewing Mists, at least, all of that. So there's a lot of prep, so there's already like a lot of globals that you have to spend before your Chi-Ji. So you don't want to pop Chi-Ji too soon before the damage happens, but you do want to pop it like just before. That way your Chi Cocoons absorb some of the damage. Yeah. And I mean, there is an argument to press it right after the damage, knowing that, like, if you know you're going to survive that initial slam, you could pop it after. That way your first blackout kick will heal everyone up from the damage, and you can... The Chi Cocoons will be there for the ticks afterwards, but... I just think it's just so much safer to pop it always before the damage happens, so that the Chi Cocoons get their value. Grandmaster logged into the PTR. Do you want to fail a 12? Well, it's okay. It is already late, and it is Friday night, but honestly, like I've got so many good reps in this dungeon today. We had some pretty solid groups. Pretty solid groups, Grandmaster. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's about the time though. But I mean, we got some good groups. We got absolutely nuked in 12. We need more reps before we can do that. But also, we need to communicate with the group on how we're going to do that first, like, few pools. But Grandmaster, add me on PTR. I don't know if you can have. I guess you can have friends. But what's your BNet or what's your character's name? We'll add each other on PTR because you'll see me just online a bunch, so we can run some keys together. We're trying to do 12s though. I really want to get some reps on these other dungeons though. Look, there's no motherload. It must be. It must be down or something. Like what? What? Why is no one running motherload? No one is running it. It's getting dark. No worries. Just finished my own stream. Hopefully it went well. There's nobody around. Look, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that. Not only just for the start, you have to get used to like being comfortable talking to yourself. Like just explain what you're doing. If no one's there to listen, at least you're talking. But the worst thing that could happen, Greymaster, is someone comes into your stream, you don't notice for a few seconds, and you're just silent. Just get used to like explaining what you're doing. You know, joke with yourself, talk to yourself, and eventually someone's gonna type in your chat and give you someone to talk to. But trust me, I was like that for over a year. I had three or less viewers for a year of streaming. Yeah, and still some days I'll have that many as well, even today. So it's definitely just a part of streaming, but I promise you, just stick with it and get used to handling it, and try to always be talking. That way, when your first viewer comes in, they at least see you engaging. You know, if that makes sense. All right, guys, I'm gonna go watch Severance with my wife. We got episode 2 came out today, and then go on our date night. So I appreciate you guys stopping in, hanging out, watching some PTR Theater of Pain keys. They honestly weren't that painful except for the 12 that we tried. But we need more reps on it. But guys, hopefully you all have a good weekend. I'll see you all on Monday for more PTR testing. I had 2 and both were me on another device. Trust me, been there, Grandmaster, been there. I had my phone propped up here. Technically it was so I could read chat before I had a second monitor, but I've been there. It was me and my mom watching. Confirmed a good streamer is his/her own best friend first. Absolutely. Even a good person is their own best friend. Like, you have to love yourself if you want other people to, you know? So it's something that you have to struggle with as a streamer for sure. But Grandmaster, everyone, I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm sorry I keep yapping. Have a good weekend. It's nice seeing you all. I'll be editing the finale episode of our series this weekend, so stay tuned for that.